And we're live.
We're live.
And it's fine now. Isn't that nothing changed? We didn't change a fucking thing. That's the weirdest shit, man. Technology, yo.
It was because for some reason it duplicated us
Yes.
in the StreamYard backend, which I don't know why. I've never seen it do that before.
It wasn't a Taylor error, follows trouble. It wasn't a Taylor error. Second time's a charm.
And I don't know what it was. Like beyond that, like it just created like a dual thing where it was like Scotty, and I was there twice, and it's like, but I'm not here twice. What the fuck? And it's like device cannot connect. So the only way we could rectify it is by unfortunately, you can't just like edit the stream because once you start a stream, it's like, nope, you have one unique ID for that.
Yeah.
So you have to go back and create another stream and do all that crap. So
I'm sure there's a reason why. I don't know.
Yeah, the reason is communism.
Sure. Okay.
The reason is probably maybe fascism. Some sort of authoritarian shit going on in the world.
Silhouette
pisses me off.
Welcome back.
Pisses me off, dude. I'm gonna tell you the exact opposite. If some shit like this goes wrong, I'm like, no, this cannot be.
Scotty's so nice, they made him twice.
That's I mean that does rhyme, but it's definitely not true about.
Oh, if I turn that, it turns the whole camera. I'm just full of errors. I'm full of errors today.
This cool light, but I'll plug it in for you guys for a second. But I have to get my camera right with it because it's like, unfortunately, like then I get blown out. You can barely see me.
It's extremely bright, and we're so close to the wall. I mean, like, I think that's the reason why it blows it out. Ding. But now Scotty's gone, so Scotty's fully gone. Oh, that's me.
Sugar and spice and everything nice.
Jesse says he stands by the idea that it's somehow TJ's fault. What do you think about that?
Well, TJ actually shit in my pants.
It's
yeah. If I'm ever late, it's TJ's fault somehow, some way.
How did my mom get in here?
Your mom's like, "Hi, Taylor.
You're supposed to be busy right now. You're doing stuff."
Your mom's not busy right now.
Cool lamp. Yeah, it is a cool lamp. Scotty had to wait for like months to get it from Hong Kong.
I want to use it on my set, which hopefully I should get my real set soon. But in the meantime, I want to figure out a way to use that. But I'm also going to be switching on my camera. Like I actually want to use a DSLR.
Is that Storm lamp on Amazon? No, he didn't get it from Amazon.
No. I forgot where I got it from. But it took me forever because I got it during COVID. It's supposed to be part of our DFF set, but
this is when we had the full black set, you know.
It was actually it was going to be at TJ's house, but COVID obviously
with the wood background set.
Yeah, but COVID obviously ripped everyone apart. Paul moved to California. I moved away. TJ's moving to I mean, I'm sure TJ will tell people once he moves, but
that was a sad time.
An undisclosed location somewhere. Not that it really matters that much because TJ probably be happy if someone actually remember him.
Oh.
Hey guys, remember me? I was on YouTube, and they're like, "No, sorry."
Nope. I see him in a lot of oh god. So I'm in well, obviously but I guess I'm telling them I'm in school right now, right? Going back to college.
You're not in school, you're lying.
I am. And I had to do a paper on I had to do a summary and analysis essay. And one of the one of the articles that I was going to choose was on YouTube atheism and drama. It was titled something else, but in it was they mentioned TJ like 2, 3, maybe 4 times. But every time they talked about him, they kept calling him one of the old atheists from YouTube. I'm like, oh my god,
the old god of atheism.
And they said that he, along with Thunderfoot, coined the term the 4 horsemen of new atheism, which I don't remember that being it, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember them.
They were like TJ Kirk, the amazing atheist, and Thunderfoot. Why they put those two together, by the way?
Because they're 2 of the oldest prominently atheist YouTubers.
But when the way that it's written makes it sound like they 2 together came up with that term, and I don't think they did.
If you actually want to know, one of the earliest atheism YouTubers was Brett Keane.
Really?
Oh yeah. But at the time when he started off doing his videos, though, it was just like audio recording, like an image or something. And he was obviously plagiarizing heavily. So at first, people actually thought Brett was like a very competent YouTuber with a lot of interesting ideas. You know, like, oh, this is really pushing atheism forward on this platform. However, though, as we would later find out that in that saga that went on for years, not really so much his ideas, someone else's. But hey, as long as you can plagiarize and get away with it, well, that's what honestly you could though. You could make super low energy, low effort videos where you just read something and not even read it well and get rewarded with some views, you know. But I mean, back then, getting 1,000 views on your video was good.
Oh,
So,
dude. I've showed you the first video that I put on YouTube. Was of me and my cousin doing a skit to an Eminem song, and it has like at this point I think it's got 200,000 views.
yeah,
But the video is about what, like 14 years old.
Well, it's because the song you have in it.
Oh my god, the comments on it too.
A lot of weirdos, of course.
Oh yeah, you are hot. I'm like, I was 11 in that
I'm
video.
like 11 though,
or 12, maybe 13.
Oh, if you were like 11, then you shouldn't be using the platform. Hey Scotty, hey Peyton, how you doing, man? Question from TJ and I: have you seen the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad?
Why is TJ asking this?
That's weird. Peyton, why is TJ asking a question through you?
Why? Yeah, are y'all in the same room? Like, why would he not? And wouldn't TJ know? I don't know. I mean, he's not with us.
The answer is I have seen it, but I don't remember it. Like, I know for a fact that it's been put on before. I think it was put on when I was like a kid or something, but I do not remember for the life of me. So I hope that answers your question. Even if it doesn't, fuck you.
Colsey gave us 15 New Zealand dollars, which is pretty cool, and says, you ever watch those elite soldiers practicing? I am an elite soldier. You just see the elite coordination and professionalism they have. They really come off as a well-oiled machine. That last stream reminded me of oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The square peg in the round hole.
That was
the monkey trying to fuck the coconut. You can try, but ultimately, will you succeed? That remains to be seen.
Well, thank you for the money. That's very nice.
Money.
Anton says Florida is the only swamp worse than Louisiana. I don't think that's true.
That is a most logical statement, Anton. No, I agree with you. Florida is like the only place more humid than Louisiana in the U.S. Like, honestly, having lived, and I mean, living in southern Louisiana, which is much worse than northern Louisiana, or really most of the South when it comes to humidity. And we get tons of rain. It just feels like, I mean, you're living in a swamp. But then when I go down to Florida, it's like, oh man, there's a place worse than this for this kind of weather, and that's Florida. I'm sure like maybe the jungles of Central America or some shit too, but beyond that, beyond just being in the fucking jungle or the bush, yeah. I mean, come on.
Oh, Peyton's working on an episode.
Oh, okay.
Peyton's trying to get credit for an episode. He wants the whole community to know that he's working on an episode.
No, if he's working on an episode. So I'll skip that one then.
BR Moore says, "Get out of my swamp,
boy. You better get out of my damn swamp. I blow your head clean off your shoulders."
Dexmex is asking where the fat brother is.
Where fat brother? I have two fat brothers, TJ and Stevie. Stevie was skinny for a while, but that ship has sailed, I think, again. Stevie's going back to being fat, which I don't really care either way. I mean, I love Stevie regardless if he's fat or he's skinny.
Hey, let me tell you something. When I rode that roller coaster with him at Dollywood, that rickety fucking wooden roller coaster, if he had been skinny at that point, I would not have stayed on. I'm so glad he was fat. His plush, doughy body is what held me in like an airbag.
Stevie airbag.
It was. I got off and I hugged Stevie. I was like, I'm so glad that you're fat.
Who's fatter now, TJ or Stevie? I don't know.
That's a hard one.
I mean, Stevie's put back on some of his weight, but he's not put back all the weight. TJ's been trying to lose weight, but TJ, you know, he has his ups and downs. Let's put it that way. Like, TJ's really good for like 2 weeks, then he has like a week of like junk food.
I don't really know. But it's hard to tell because TJ's taller than him.
Yeah, I've seen them both recently. I would probably say they're probably around the same weight. Maybe no, TJ's probably a little bit because TJ's bigger. You know, TJ's taller than Stevie, so
Somebody put a post on the DFF Reddit asking if you're fat.
me.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
I'm not super skinny, but I'm not. Whoa.
Jesus, this cheap ass fucking mic stand.
Of anyone I do do these podcasts and shows with, I'm skinny compared to them. Am I skinny compared to the average person? No. I weigh like 210 pounds, somewhere around there.
You weigh like 200 pounds.
No, I think I'm about
They put on
210.
there that you weigh like 280 pounds. Like,
They
what
think
the
I weigh
fuck?
280 pounds?
Jesus. I was like, he's got, I actually commented on it for once. I'm like, he's got a dad bod, but he's got a fat ass.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near 280.
Scotty's 5'6" and 200 pounds.
No, not even close. Everyone on the internet's short though until you meet them in real life. I'm just a bulky motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like stocky, which
yeah.
somebody said on there, they're like, I've seen him in person at a meetup and he's, you know, tall but like stocky looking.
Yeah, like if you measure my bones, like I don't have large bones, but I'm like this close to being like a large bone person. So I'm not trying to use this like I'm not fat, I'm big boned, but I actually am big boned.
Here's my little bones.
Yeah.
Wait, where do we put them?
Yeah.
Let's see. I have skinny little wrists.
Yeah, you have yeah, you have a little chicken wrist.
Oh, there it goes.
Ooh. Yeah, someone that's actually met me. Yeah, I'm more of a stocky person. Doesn't mean I'm skinny. I'm not like super thin or anything, but like that's why.
You gotta answer Anton's question. He said, "How big is your belly? Show your belly. Show it on camera.
Like a handful.
Show him your belly.
I mean, like I'll show you. It's like that. It's like a handful.
Yeah.
Like it's not like, so I have like a gut, I would say, but I don't have like.
I would say dad bod pretty much fully encompasses your body. You know.
Yeah.
Besides your butt, I don't know why.
Yeah. For some reason, I've got a big old butt.
Do you have abs?
Fuck no.
No.
Definitely not. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not skinny.
But he's not like, it's not soft or anything.
It's weird because like, yeah, I mean, like you feel like, yeah, like if you feel
it's still hard. I don't know. It's just like, but it's like a big old hard keg.
I have like here's the thing. I've got a layer of fat, but if I lost about 20 or 30 pounds, I wouldn't. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Like, I mean, and people know this about like, but anyone that thinks I'm like 280 pounds is completely fucking wrong.
Peyton, you're 270, bro.
I need to lose weight. Yeah, I mean, dude, yeah, of course.
For your health.
But you know,
Xavier asked how tall you is.
6 feet.
Yep, 6 feet. I'd say like 6.
I mean,
6 point.
If I'm wearing my shoes, then it's almost like 6'1" with shoes on, obviously. But I'm saying barefoot, it's 6 feet. But if so people see me, they usually I'm around 6'1" because I'm wearing shoes.
Peyton. TJ was taller than I thought when I first met him. It was like when Belle met the Beast.
Oh, dude, that's
so you're Belle.
Well, I mean, TJ,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, well, dude, that happens with TJ a lot. Like TJ used to get that shit on the internet before, like he had done a lot of meetups, and people had met him like, "You little short ass bitch," and I'm like, dude, people could say a lot of things about TJ, but he's a tall motherfucker, dude. Like he's a tall son of a bitch. Like, so it's like people say this shit to him, not knowing that TJ is a mountain of a man. Like he is. Like,
fuck him.
But let's put it this way: if TJ was actually in decent shape, TJ be someone like they could cast in a movie as like a tough.
He was shorter than I thought he'd be. That's what I think.
He towers over you.
I don't care. I thought he'd be taller than that. I thought he'd be taller. Plus, every time you say it, like TJ's a huncher because he's so tall. I feel like he could be taller, but he like hunches a little bit. Although one time you did put me on your shoulders and my head was where his head is. Or like maybe I was on your back.
Yeah.
Anyway, my head was where his head is, and holy shit, everybody looks so small. Like they look tiny. So I was surprised by that, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's a tall motherfucker. Yes, there's like some guy was like, man, you're like 5'5" and live in your basement. She's like, I'm 6'6" and I'm 330 pounds.
There's no way he's sick. Whatever. Anyway, that motherfucker's taller than that.
He's 6'6".
Okay, well, when y'all the first time I heard his height, when y'all were in DP, y'all said 6'8". Tell me in the comments if I'm fucking right, because I know that that's what they said. Then it was 6'7". Okay, like
he's
a year after that. Now it's
6'6".
So he's not shrinking that much.
He's 6'6" without his shoes. When people say she's like 6'7", 6'8", it's the same thing as saying because normally he's gonna be wearing shoes if people meet him. So
then he's 6'8". You measure with your shoes on.
Well, if you do that, then yeah, you'd say 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, they said 6'7".
There was actually this dude that
bullshit. They said 6'8". I remember them saying 6'8".
There was a dude that came to our meetup in Seattle that is legit 7 feet tall, and he's like, but he's like fat too. He's not like
is he 7 foot tall with his shoes on?
I don't know. He's a big motherfucker though. Like if you can make someone that makes TJ look small, and I always like, dude, I need you as like my bodyguard. I always like do that shit. Like, look, I'd fuck with people like, this guy's gonna beat your ass and shit. Where he's huge, like, whoa, and he's like, the guy's like, I'm not gonna beat your ass. You know, it's like, because of course I'm running my mouth because I'm drunk and stupid. But actually, we've had 2 people show up to me. So there's actually this dude in the Netherlands that showed up, and he was like 6'9", and he was taller than TJ, which is really weird to see. And I was like, dude, most people that compared to you look like a fucking child when you're that big. It honestly is legitimate.
Jesse says, so is including yourself in the 3 fat neckbeards false marketing and or fake news?
Well, I have some fat, so I would say someone could say I was fat.
You're fat to someone.
Yeah, I mean, someone is.
I'm fat to someone.
If you're fat to someone, that's shocking.
Someone thinks I am.
I guess someone, like anorexic supermodels that don't eat food.
Is Taylor ripped? She looks like she might. I'm guessing might be is what you wanted to say. No.
She's a shrimp. Look at her.
I used to have a little bit.
Shrimp.
Let's see. It's
Taylor could if she worked out.
I've worked out and gotten ripped. He's seen it. Not like super, but like kinda, you know? And it could very easily happen, but I sit too much right now to be able to do that. Let's see. John Jones says Scotty was super cool at the Seattle meetup. He's cool all the time.
Dude, I'll tell you a weird story from that before we start this. Now,
I was also at the Seattle meetup.
We've done probably, I don't know, over the years, considering, keeping in mind DP and, DFF's done a couple meetups. Gonna be doing some more soon, guys, which, if you guys want to go to one of those, stay tuned. But of all the meetups, I've never had like someone like just like, besides people that work there, the venues and shit, they don't know you. They don't give a fuck. But like the people that show up at those, like you figure they're there for a reason. Even if like I'm not their favorite person, like, oh, I love Paul or I love TJ, but they still like obviously like they know who I am. They know I'm on this show. That like even if they don't like me, which I mean legitimately I bet people like, that didn't, and we basically like I don't really care about you. And I'm like, fuck you. And we went our separate ways. But hey, fair enough. But I went to this one of the, I think it was like the first or second Seattle meetup. I was like, hey, how you doing? To some guy. And he's like, hey. And I'm like, here, like, hey, so how long have you been listening to the show? And he's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, what do you mean? You're here for the meetup, right? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, so you listened to the podcast, right? This is back when we did DP. And the guy's like, no. And I'm like, oh, so you live around here? No. I'm like, so do you know who I am? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, then, okay. So I had to go back to this progression. I'm like, okay, you don't listen to this podcast. You don't know what this event is, but you're here. You don't live around here. So it wasn't like you just stumbled here, like, what's this? I'll go in.
Wasn't he there for TJ or something?
He's like, I'm here. That's the fucking thing. No, I'm here for TJ. And I'm like, really? You're here for TJ? You watch most of his videos? Oh, I watch all his videos. I'm like, I've been in his videos. So I'm not saying like I'm super memorable, like you would have to remember, but like most people that have seen TJ's channel, like know he has
enough for you to like
they know he has an asshole brother.
You're gonna go all the way to his meetup, but you don't know enough, like whatever.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you're
crazy.
an anomaly because I've never met anyone like before or after that was like.
Jesse says I'm here because I'm literally a drunken peasant.
I mean, yeah, at that point, yeah, you must fucking be.
We have some super chats.
It was bizarre. It was fucking bizarre though. It was just like
that was bizarre.
I've never had that experience before, since, after, like any like. I mean, even going overseas, we did that one in London.
Dude, when we lived in Mandeville, okay, we went into Kohl's and someone came up to us and did a DP joke at Scotty. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, some dude walked up with a John Cena thing and said, "You can't see me."
He was like, "You can't see me,"
and I was like,
walked off.
And I was like, "I can see you though."
Yeah. Restaurants, random people. So I don't know. And that guy going to a meetup though, that's the craziest part. He went there and he didn't know.
The weirdest fan I ever met was I was literally going on the Mummy ride at Universal, and he's like, "Scotty?" And I was like, yeah. It's like, oh man, I watched DP, and I was like, that's cool, bro. I gotta get on this ride. So have a good life or whatever. I don't know. Like, cause I see you again.
No, you know what the craziest part was, or the craziest time we've seen someone was we went to, we had the New Orleans meetup. I think that was the last meetup we did, wasn't it?
Yeah, because then COVID shit
Okay.
all happened.
So we did the New Orleans meetup, and we met this guy there from Florida.
Right.
And he
What's
said he
his
worked.
name? What's his name?
Um,
Something. Sorry, dude.
he was super cool, but I haven't. Kyle. Maybe?
Kyle, that's his name.
Yeah.
Kyle, how you doing, Kyle?
So
I don't think you watched the show, but still.
So he went to the meetup, and we hung out with him all night because he was super cool, and he said that he worked at Disney World. And we said, we're going to Disney World at some point, so maybe we'll see you. We go to Disney World, and we see the motherfucker there. Like,
Yeah.
And he was on his off day, too. Like, he was walking around, and we just happened to see him.
Well, I didn't see him, though. It's a funny thing. Like, I went to do something else.
You went into, it doesn't matter.
I went somewhere else, and he was like, we saw the guy. We saw the guy from the fucking meetup. I'm like, are you serious?
I know. And then he said that he was going to be working at Space Mountain. And
I got sick, though.
That's the fucking, oh my God, dude. That's the only ride I fucking like at that place, man.
Should have gone.
And he said, hey, I'll be here at this time. Like, come and I'll let you ride as many times as you want to. And so I was super excited because I fucking love that ride. Like, I'll get to ride like 9 times. That's great. And then Scotty got super sick. So
I got strep.
Okay. Roman 18 gave $5. Thank you. And says, my Am I the Asshole question was too long for YouTube. So I posted it to the Patreon post. I'm in need of your wisdom, Master Scotty.
All right. I mean, look, you gave me money, so
Sorry.
I'm definitely not going to turn it down. But normally I would, not because I don't want to hear it. I'm actually going to set up an email address for you guys soon where you guys can send me, you need advice. You have questions about life. I mean, mainly like, you can ask, am I the asshole? You can do that. You can ask, but it's going to be an advice thing. I still have to set up the inbox. I'm lazy, guys. I mean, look at me. I'm a lazy fuck. That's how I am. But I'm gonna set that up for the next episode that we do, so we can have help some people in the audience out. Because I feel like that's important. It's like, look, we help these random people on the internet out. They get horrible advice, but so unfortunately for them, they never get my good advice. I feel really bad for them because they get this advice from these people on Reddit, and sometimes, look, I'm not gonna say it's always bad advice, but mainly bad advice. Mainly people that don't understand the situation with the level of acuteness and the scintillating ability to cut right through, give people succinct advice, and really truly help them out. Kind of sad, but yeah. So let me honestly, since we're on the thing, what's his thing?
All right, so he says, question, Scotty, I took my dad out for pizza the other day. I wanted to pay for the meal since I had gotten an appetizer.
Oh shit! Okay,
but he insisted he'd cover it. Later in the car,
what's your dad? You gotta give your dad some deference there.
Later in the car, he asked if I could stop by Walmart, go in and buy him ice cream since he paid for the meal. I was confused because I didn't want ice cream, and he was the one who insisted to buy my meal in the first place when I didn't want him to. I said no, and he was upset and said it was unspoken courtesy to do so, and that he's my dad. Am I the asshole?
No. Like, that's really nice of your dad to pay, but just because someone pays for your like lunch or whatever, it doesn't mean like we go to the store and it's like, well, by the way, I'm gonna need to pick up a couple things. You just can't. I don't know. You can't really impose on someone like that. Now, if your dad was like, "Hey, can you get this for me now, and I'll pay you back," or something, or I mean, I don't know. Like, it really depends. Was it because your dad didn't want to get out of the car, or your dad was like, "No, you need to pay for it"?
No, he said listen. So he insisted that insisted that he paid for the pizza.
No, I get that. The dad paid for the pizza. You're confusing me.
Then later
the dad paid for the pizza.
Right. And then later on, he said, can you go and buy the ice cream since he paid for the meal? So he said, can you buy the ice cream because I paid for the meal?
So his dad just wanted him to buy him ice cream?
I guess so.
But why?
Because he paid for the pizza.
But that makes no sense. That's like totally separate. That's like a totally separate thing.
Is he or is he not the asshole for saying no to buying his dad ice cream?
You know what? More people need more ice cream in the world, so you are the asshole. Sorry.
Smith Black gave $2 and says Scotty beats up TJ easily 9 times out of 10.
God, I wish I could say it's true, but I fought TJ and it's usually not gone well for me. It's gone horrible.
Peter Smith gave $2, thank you, and said, how's TJ's house?
As far as I know, TJ's got a place. And he is moving pretty soon. We're hopeful.
Dragon in the West also gave $2, thank you, and said, "Where's the Streamlabs link? No 30% for Google. We would, but we can't showcase it on the screen. I think that'd be unfair."
We will do it at some point, just in case you guys want it.
Right.
But I haven't set one up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but also I can't pull it up here.
Which that kind of sucks for you guys.
Yeah, it sucks.
We want to feature your guys.
We've talked to StreamYard. We're trying to see if they can do it.
Yeah, hopefully they come up with a client or something that'll work.
Follows Trouble said, "Scotty, are you basing your opinion on the fact that your dad made you get ice cream for years?"
Oh, dude. So this is someone going back in the Amazing Atheist lore.
Oh, really?
So there's a video that TJ made maybe 5 or 6 years ago about, it was called like was I abused?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. It wasn't,
and it talks about the fact our dad made us do a bunch of shit for him. So one of the things my dad would do is, like, especially when we lived in California, like the last couple of years of his life, like we lived like kind of in the hills, like in the mountains. And like there's like a Del Taco that was maybe 10 minutes away from the house, maybe a little bit closer. But I mean, being in California, that place would get fucking slammed out at night. And my dad would literally make me go and get him like ice cream or some shit, or like a shake from Del Taco. And I would literally spend 45 fucking minutes in line. And I tried going in too to see if that was any faster. It wasn't. So I'd spend 45 minutes getting him a chocolate shake. It could be 10:30 at night, 11 o'clock at night. So dude, like I would have to go do that, and like it would take all this time out of my fucking night. It was horrible. Like I would end up having to pay for it because my dad was a cheap ass, or like, because my dad's, give me a card, I'm like, I'll pay you back. Of course, knowing the fact that I probably was not going to get paid back at all.
wow.
But I'm not basing it on that opinion. That opinion of mine, like, so like if it was based on my experience with my dad, I'd probably go buy the ice cream and dump it in his lap, kind of thing. Because all the times I had to spend doing some just menial task for my dad. But that's what he's talking about. That's what he's referring to.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I think it's just buying the ice cream. Look, he bought him pizza. Give him some ice cream. No, dude, I'm just kayfabing. But I'll be honest with you. I would. You're probably not the asshole.
Dopamine says, "You and TJ loved your dad a ton."
Oh yeah, of course, of course. I mean, like, you know, just because he had fucked up things. I mean, no one's perfect. But yeah, I mean, was he a flawed person that didn't make the right decision a lot of times? Yeah.
I can't leave the stream. It says no sound. Sorry about that, y'all. If I leave the
If you leave what?
If I leave the stream, I can't like showcase your camera.
I'll just reverse it next time. All right.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. It's back. Taylor, kill the sound. It's fine now.
Oh, just get up and go. It doesn't matter.
Okay. I just didn't want to leave there like an empty chair, but
oh no, an empty chair.
Yeah, the sound. All right, that's good. That's good. The sound.
Want to be like Clint Eastwood, talk to the empty chair.
I just want to stop coughing in the mic. I'll be right back.
Yeah, how dare you? So guys, let's get into this am I the asshole stuff. Because why not? Am I the asshole for sending my son to school with less food, less food, and explicitly telling him not to share with his best friend? How do you tell your son not to share with his best friend? Like, I think everyone that went to school, unless you're just like super greedy or your parents didn't give a fuck about you and didn't send you with a lunch, you know, so you got the school lunch. Because kids that got the school lunch, in my experience, they never shared. I don't really fucking blame them because the school lunch usually was pretty small. when I was growing up. Like, it wasn't big, so it's like kids usually didn't share that. But a lot of kids that brought their lunch from home, they would usually share with their friends. I mean, 9 times out of 10, I would share with my friends. Like, I don't remember that being a weird thing. So that's something your son's probably not even gonna really agree with. So when they do it, it's gonna be like, I can't share food with you. My dad's an asshole. But whatever. The situation with these individuals began a year ago and blew up in our faces last week. It's so dramatic. I love a good dramatic story. Unnecessarily, of course, too. My son Gregory is 13 years old. He just began the 8th grade. His friend Peter is also 13 and began the 8th grade, too. Gregory and Peter have been friends since elementary school. Last year, I noticed that Gregory would be ravenously hungry after school every day. He would come home and eat a frozen dinner or something, then help himself to seconds at dinner time. I chalk this up to him being a 12-year-old boy. And let it be, let it be, let it be. Something about the situation was nagging at me, though. And while Gregory wasn't clear about why at first, he eventually came clean. Peter was being sent to school every day with no lunch. No lunch for Peter. That's fucked up. Peter was being sent to school with no lunch every day, and then, like, I mean, he's old enough where, like, you figure, like, someone would help him. Like, the school would be like, hey, we have free lunches, so here you go. Have a free lunch. I mean, come the fuck on. We're gonna have kids at school all day, but they're not gonna eat anything. It's like the dumbest thing to me. I don't know how other countries are with this, but at least the United States, that kids, like, have to pay for food at a school that's publicly funded. It's like, nah, they should just get food. If they can't eat it and they want to bring their lunch, that's fine. But let the kids that need lunch get lunch. They shouldn't have to be just told to go hungry. So, I mean, his son was actually doing the empathetic things. It's like, my friend's parents obviously either don't give a shit or they don't care enough, or, I mean, I don't know. But more than likely, it's probably a case of neglect. And Peter ain't getting shit to eat all day. So I don't really know. Like, so this is like, already is throwing me for a loop. Like, how could you even be mad about this? Like, how could you honestly be mad? Like, I think most people that had empathy would be like, I'm going to pack you a second lunch. You know what I mean?
Well, let's see.
What the? I like to expound on it. Look, Taylor, you just want to take what you have here? You just want to read it? You want to be wrote? All right, Taylor, let's do it the Taylor way now. Something about this situation was nagging at me, though. I have no empathy and emotions. And while Gregory wasn't clear about why at first, he eventually came clean. See, Taylor, no empathy on your part. You don't even want to know what's like. You don't even want to, like, randomly and just, like, totally derail the show, like throwing out your crazy theories when you could easily just read and be given the knowledge. But why would you do that? Why would you do that? Does that make any sense to you?
No.
No, of course not.
No, it doesn't.
Peter was being sent to school every day with no lunch.
Goodness.
It looks to me like a typical case of neglectful and unfit parents. Oh, dude, being a parent, if there's any parents you can point to that are doing a worse job than you, you immediately do it. You lean right into that. You're like, oh my,
it's so good too.
Look at those parents over there. They're shit parents. I'm a great parent. I actually give a fuck about my kid. I know my kid's name. Can you even say that, neglectful parent? Oh, shucks, I can't.
Crust or no crust, though?
I like both. Depends on the bread. Depends on the bread's the real answer there.
What would you feed your child, crust or no crust? I'm cutting that
What?
crust off.
What do they ask for? If they ask for crust, they get crust.
That's what I give my
if
kids.
They say,
no crust.
If they say I don't like crust, then you say no crust.
No crust.
I like crust, though.
Who the fuck likes crust?
I just said it, me.
You like crust?
I like crust.
You nasty.
You've seen, how many sandwiches have you seen me eat? Have I ever
probably,
taken?
Probably a million.
Have I ever taken the fucking crust off in front of you?
This motherfucker says always crust.
Thank you, Anton. Thank you.
Crust died for your sins. Crust doesn't care about you.
Crust died to give you the delicious inside of the bread. Some of that bread.
And now Peyton's saying, "Give me crust,
dude. Give me crust.
Always crusty. Y'all are disgusting people,
dude. Because think about this, Taylor. You like that succulent part of the bread, like the middle of the bread, right? where it's like, oh,
I always take out the middle of the bread. Yeah,
oh,
you've
so
seen me eat bread.
fluffy.
Yeah, we went to bread today, and
Right, we
what
did.
part of the bread did I eat?
The middle. But some part of the bread, my point is, had to die for that. Like they're on the outside, and it's like, I'm on the outside. Ah, I'm being burned alive. Meanwhile, snug as a bug in the middle. The
Taylor's a
fluffy
child,
bread.
can't handle crust. Bitch, I can eat crust. I don't want to. I can eat only crust if I want. I can eat whatever I want, bitch.
You can't eat the crust. Eat the goddamn
Give me crust or give me death. Take your nasty ass crust. No one cares.
Everyone loves crust here.
Crust gang for life. This y'all are full of shit.
With some crusty motherfuckers up here.
Onlycrust.com.
That's a sexy
sourdough
site.
crust is good. That is
delightful.
good.
It is a delight. I agree there.
How Tyler eat a sandwich? Who the fuck is Tyler? No one cares about Tyler here. There's no Tyler.
Who is Tyler?
Who the fuck is Tyler? Are they going to onlycrust.com with Johnny to
Yes,
get
they
only
are.
crust?
100%.
I'm eating crust right now. God fucking what the fuck?
Yeah,
This
dude.
is
Someone ran into a
disgusting.
kitchen and was like, "Oh, give me the fucking crust."
Taylor, go get some bread and eat only crust. No. The fuck?
And dude, companies that come out with only crust bread loaves, dude. Only crust. That's all I want. Only crust.
True foodies use every part of the bread. It is known. It is known.
Oh, that's some like Game of
Thou
Thrones shit.
shalt eateth only crust for rest of thine life.
Like I said, look, parents, you gotta lean in on the other bad parents. The one time that Gregory went to their house,
I do eat the pizza crust. Just wanted to say. Okay, go ahead.
he came home with comments about it smelling really bad, and his Peter's parents, his friend Peter's parents, locking themselves in the garage for hours. Oh man, these people are doing drugs.
Yep.
Anyone that look, there's two locations I know drugs are gonna be done. If people hang out in garages, that's usually to smoke weed. Like in my experience, those parents are probably just blazing it up like crazy. Or bathrooms. But bathrooms tend to be harder drugs. Like, let's go to the bathroom. Because we're gonna do a line of coke off this toilet. But yeah, garages, in my experience, pot. So Peter's parents don't give a fuck about him. They probably have like a dog who is running around the house pissing on everything while his parents are out in the garage getting baked all night. Which, look, I mean, hey, I like weed as much as the next guy, but if you got kids, you gotta kind of like look after them, maybe give a fuck about their lives, or kind of doing them a disservice, because neglect isn't really cool. It's actually one of the worst forms of parenting, in my opinion. Like, see, if you're an absent parent, then there's a good chance that someone else will probably step in and help the kid. I mean, hopefully, not always, of course. There's kids that fall between the cracks, of course. A neglectful parenting where it's just like the parent is there but doesn't care at all. Probably some of the worst parenting you can imagine. Because it's just like having a person in your life. It's like, I will in some way meet your basic needs, but never validate you in any way or ever tell you you're special. Am I special? Probably not, but I'm not going to tell you either way. My soul is crushed. So let's see here. Feeling bad for Peter, I decided to discreetly begin giving Gregory more food every day, just about doubling all the food. Okay, so he did it. He fucking did it. So what's the problem here? Over time, I became less discreet and began packing a separate lunch for Peter. That's what I would have went to immediately. All right, so I mean, so far, this guy doesn't sound half bad, right?
I mean, see, he sounds fine to me.
I mean, okay. I was never thanked for this by anyone, but I know. Okay, well, why
you shouldn't be doing it for things.
Why do you need to be fucking thanked? Okay, now the first sign of assholism is like,
this
pop.
Is some assholery that you got right now.
Like if we have the asshole meter, it's like at first it was like,
and you were probably not being thanked because you gave the bitch crusts. That's what it was.
Then it was like, I was never thanked. Oh shit, okay, but I knew Peter was eating the food I sent. This year, things are different. Money is tighter for personal reasons. Frankly, with how expensive things are, I have decided not to spend exorbitant amounts of money supporting someone else's child.
Exorbitant amounts of money. It was a lunch, bro.
Yeah, a sandwich now, an exorbitant sum.
It's still not exorbitant. Whatever. Exorbitant.
I mean, yeah, I'm having a hard time thinking this is. I mean, I don't know.
Altruism is its own reward, dude. You got lazy and you don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, there's some other reason. I mean, look, I'm not going to say that prices haven't gone up. Like everyone knows that's not fucking true. But
A PB&J is still cheap.
yeah, but
all day long.
making another sandwich is not. That's not.
You can get Peter the
That's
cheaper bread. Like, I mean, they literally sell. I've seen it. Bread loaves for like $1.
The great value bread or whatever. I mean, yeah, if you really just want to help out, you don't have to fucking use like the finest ingredients. But yeah, obviously he's not obligated to help Peter. He's not. That goes without saying.
Peyton, I know that you asked this question because you think that we don't know how much it costs. We literally have to make lunches every day for kids. So we do know how much it costs.
So
yes.
It depends on where you're buying it.
Right. And what kind of meat you're getting.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of cheese. Last time I bought a 24 pack of American cheese.
It's like $8 for 2 sandwiches worth of meat. No, it's not. I just told you that we make lunches.
Yeah, no.
For 2 people.
Well, it depends how much meat you use and what kind you're getting. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you and say that it's necessarily cheap to feed another kid.
Yeah, but you can make it cheap though. I just like look, PB&J. Put it in there. If he can't have peanut butter or whatever.
Yeah, or meat. I mean, like that's another example. Like, look, like you said, peanut butter and jelly. That doesn't involve any meat. So I mean, and that's pretty cheap to make. But of course, the costs have gone up. But yeah, I mean, like I said, those costs are variable, Peyton. But yeah, I have an idea. I mean, lunch meat can cost up to $12 or $13 a pound.
I get it. Yeah.
I mean, but it depends. Like I said, depends on what brand you get and where you get it from.
I mean, we've never paid that much, but.
No, I'm just saying, like, I've seen it. Like, I usually don't buy a pound.
I mean, if you're a grown ass man and you're putting way too much meat on there, then sure, I can see how a sandwich can cost $8. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, of course.
Maybe don't load the shit up.
They're saying you're fat. Whatever the reasons, though, I mean, we can all agree it's more expensive, and he's under no obligation to feed Peter. It's not his responsibility. I sat Gregory down and told him that I would be packing him one lunch, which is for him and him alone. I made it extremely clear. Do not share with anyone. And this includes your little pal, Peter. Okay. This is like the bridge too far here. You as a parent have every right to say, I'm only making you a lunch. Fine. You can't tell your son, though, he can't share this fucking food.
Your kids are not your property.
Yeah, like that.
Okay?
Like, if Gregory wants to do that, the consequence will be he'll be hungrier.
I'm going to say you're an asshole because you named your son Gregory. So I know you're a fucking asshole. I know for sure you're an asshole. 100%. Who fuck names... Who looks at their little baby boy and says, Gregory?
It's Gregory.
Yep, that's what I'm going to call him. Gregory.
Come here, Gregory.
Gregory. Think about it.
I love it.
Greg.
I love little Gregory.
Ugh. Anyway, continue.
Gregory followed my instructions till one day last week, I got a phone call from Peter's mother. She was livid. I had cut Peter off without a single word. I asked her.
She's a bitch.
When it became my responsibility to feed her son. And she responded that if she had known I wasn't sending Gregory to school with too much food, she would have handled it herself. I asked her if she remembered why I began sending him to school with 2 lunches in the first place. And she hung up on me. Well, his mom's also a piece of shit. Okay, well, we'll just finish it up before we comment. I feel conflicted. I know I'm having my kindness thrown back in my face. But did I approach this situation incorrectly? And of course, they didn't add, am I the asshole? What do you guys think? First, guys, I'm going to ask you. We'll read your responses in a minute. Is he the asshole? Taylor, what do you think?
Yeah, clearly he's the asshole.
Why?
He named his son Gregory. That's it. That's all I need to...
I mean, normally I'd ask for more of a reason from you, but I mean, you kind of got me there. This is actually pretty close, I think. Some of the things helping out, that was a really good thing he did. I mean, it was helpful. I think where he gets an asshole territory, though, is telling his son he can't basically bring any food for his friend. It's like, look, I mean, like, if he's not packing anything extra, then your son wants to share. Your son wants to share. It's up to him. And a lot of kids do that. I don't think you have it. I don't think you have any right as a parent telling your kid you can't share, because he's going to suffer a natural consequence if he doesn't do it, which is that he's going to be hungry. And guess what? You think you're being smart by doing this, but you're actually taking this a really stupid approach. Because obviously you're not going to limit what your son eats at the house. You're probably not the parent where it's like, you're going to have to ask me anytime you eat something. So by not packing the extra lunch, guess what's going to happen? He's going to do it anyways. He's a kid. And especially at an age where he's going to start acting out. So he's going to do that. And then he's going to come and eat more of your food anyways. So it's still going to end up costing you the same amount of money. So what you should do is either you just like, you need to talk to Peter's parents and let them know and put them on notice. Like, look, you ain't giving your kid any lunch. So I'm going to go talk to the school and we're going to sort this out. And then you're going to be embarrassed as a motherfucker. So I'm going to point out what a shitty parent you are. So
this is how I know he's the asshole too, besides the whole Gregory thing. He knows that these people don't feed their kid. He knows that they're locking themselves in a garage for hours with no supervision.
I mean,
we don't know what. I mean, the smell. It's got to be weed. But even if it's something else, and that's worse. But he didn't think to contact CPS. He didn't think to talk to the school. He didn't think to do any of this. He was just like, I'm going to make a lunch for this kid because I'm expecting a thanks. He even says so. I was never thanked. Oh, I was never thanked.
Yeah, they're kids. They're not.
But now,
since he not going to be those grateful people.
Since he wasn't thanked, I don't believe this fucking bullshit money thing. I really don't. He wasn't thanked, and so now he's just like, you know what? I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be petty, but like we already pointed out, the flaw of his logic is that he didn't talk to anyone else. He didn't talk to the parents. He only talked to Peter's mom when she was like, "Hey, person, I'm relying on, take care of my kid."
Well, but no one's disagreeing. She is the asshole. But this isn't the point. That's not what he's saying. Am I the asshole for sending my son to school with less food?
But it's more nuanced.
And telling him not to share with his best friend.
But it's more nuanced.
He's asking, am I the asshole for doing that?
I understand
yes, you are. Yeah, you're the asshole. We already know the other parents are assholes.
I don't know if he's an asshole, but I think he's an idiot. I mean, which is worse in your opinion? Is it better to be an asshole and not an idiot, or better to be an idiot but not an asshole? Because he seems dumb. Because like I said, honestly, it's self-defeating. His son's gonna come home after sharing with Gregory's gonna go share with his little buddy Peter, his little pal Peter. And then you know what's gonna happen? She's gonna go, my stomach's rumbling. And then he's gonna go into your pantry and eat your fucking food anyways. And you're not gonna tell your son like, no, don't eat inflation. You're gonna probably like let your son eat whatever the fuck he wants. If you're even home at the time he gets home. So your son's gonna eat the food anyways. So save yourself the hassle. Either pack 2 lunches or get it sorted at school. Go talk to the principal, go talk to somebody and be like, I'm concerned. Why are you concerned? Here's why. His friend shows up, he has no lunch. And I've been making him a lunch, but I was like, maybe he qualifies for free lunch, or maybe the school can intervene and give him food, which a lot of times they'll do. That's another way to solve this problem. This guy's only way of solving it is to just be passive aggressive and just say like, fuck this kid eating. I guess you're right. Because at the end of the day, he knows this kid might not have a stable source of food, and he's prioritizing being a prick. He's the asshole. We've talked it through. He is an asshole.
An idea guy said you have the energy of a honey badger.
Yeah,
that's true in all ways and at all times of the day.
Unless I'm asleep. That's like the only time, like, and
you're a sleeping honey badger.
You think I'm a sleeping honey badger?
Yeah. Brandon says he's a self-righteous asshole.
Yeah,
he also says his thanks can fuck off. Peyton said he's more of an idiot than an asshole. I don't know what that's about.
Well, I was asking that earlier.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
Yeah. I could see that too. I honestly think he's an asshole though, because
Damien says, at what point has someone asked, should I feed a hungry kid and not just immediately been an idiot or a piece of shit? Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I was trying to be nuanced, but talking my way through it, in my opinion, he's definitely an asshole.
Yeah, Scotty started like, I can't get past the asshole with this one.
Well, the reason is because no matter how you feel about it, I think it's better to err on the side of helping somebody, especially a kid that can't really take care of themselves, over, I shouldn't have to be responsible for this.
John says, sounds like the son is a good chap. It does. It sounds like Gregory is a better person than his dad.
Yeah.
That's
Sometimes, you know, like sometimes kids can teach you shit that as an
Yep.
adult you have lost. So what this guy needs to do is actually learn from his son and learn from his son's empathy and helping out his friend and say, well, I was just being a prick. Here's the fucking extra lunch. And who gives a fuck? And I really hope, and like maybe talk to the school and stuff too and try to get, you know, his little friend some fucking help. Cause a lot of kids like that, it really sucks. I mean, like I've known kids that are like this. Like Stevie grew up and had a good friend that basically came from a home like this where he was neglected, and you know, my mom and them always tried to feed him and take care of him as best as we could, and it was never really about
Did she ever ask for thanks?
no. You know my mom.
Yeah,
My
I
mom
know.
would like anyone that's ever met my mom, and I was like, she's the antithesis of that as a human being. Like she would never give a fuck if she was thanked for anything. No, me, I want total thanks. I want total praise and adulation. You know, I wish I could be half the person as my mom is when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm definitely not. I'm definitely way more narcissistic, way more self-centered. You know, but hey, we're all different.
I do have to say this real quick before we move on to the next one.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't. I'm muting you.
Stop. Stop. Shit.
I didn't even mute you.
So I sprayed my throat, which this didn't help at all, but this does help with talking. We use this occasionally.
I bet you'd help with some mess.
It's called Singer's Soothing Throat Spray. And I was reading the back of it, and it says, do not use if you are allergic to bees.
Oh shit.
Isn't everyone allergic to bees?
No. Oh no.
I mean, like bee stings hurt me.
You can get a bee sting and go into anaphylactic shock.
Oh.
Yeah, like no, there's people that they cannot be stung by bees.
Oh, and it tastes nasty. Mm.
Oh, that's real nasty.
Here, I'll get you some. It's so good.
I don't need it. I'm good. I'll go on to the next one.
Sure.
So definitely the asshole. I mean, you guys pretty much agree with us. Everyone's in agreement here.
Does it work good though? Yes. Yeah. It's for singers, and it's for I bought it for Scotty for doing long shows, and it really does. Does it help you?
Oh yeah.
It helps me. And I like to sing in the car, so I'll do it, and I'm like, I'm gonna be a professional singer today. Anyway, but it does help. So we are going to
move on to the next one.
Where's the mouse? Is it over there?
Yep, you're on it.
The monitors are kind of far apart, so Control Tab. Awesome. Am I the asshole for ditching my friend's wedding after she removed me as a bridesmaid and wanted me to sub for the photographer?
All right, Taylor, you want to read this story for us? Or you want me to read it? I'll let you read it. I'll let you read it if you want to, though.
I don't know how to pronounce that name, so Ayla was set to be a bridesmaid, and my friend
you didn't specify 26F.
She's a 26-year-old woman, and she was set to be a bridesmaid in her friend Deidre's also 26 woman wedding. She had 5 bridesmaids in total, including me. We met in high school and moved back to our mutual hometown area a few years later. I'm 6'1", and my nickname has always been Big Bird, while the other girls in Deidre are about 5'4" to 5'6" or so. I have a Nikon DSLR, and I've always liked to casually take pictures for my social media, which I did of all of us in the time leading up to the wedding. So she already has free pictures from you, straight up. The day of the wedding, the paid photographer Jenny was on site at Deidre's massive church, but was sick. She said she'd eaten something that didn't agree with her, that she could power through, and she'd done COVID tests, so it wasn't that. But ultimately, she had to leave.
Oh, man. So, a lot of people take weddings super seriously. So, at this point, the on-site photographer, this photographer, Jenny, is not worth shit as a photographer. Let me tell you, number one, not because she got sick, because any photographer worth a shit would probably have had someone they can have as a backup.
Yeah, you gotta have a backup.
Like in most of these events, people usually hire 2 photographers for that reason. I'm not saying like 2 separate ones. That people could have done that. I've heard it's like you have someone. It's like, hey, do you know that a photographer? So it's like you have 2 people in case something like this happens. You get multiple angles, so it's really good for getting all the different shots. But also, it's like, hey, I'm fucking puking my guts out. I can't take any pictures. Someone's there to actually capture the event. So that's number one. Like she's an asshole. But whatever, people get sick. Maybe what it truly was, not her fault. But that's not good planning.
I'm so glad we didn't have a real wedding. Oh
no,
I'm so glad.
But so people lose their minds over these events. I mean, everyone. I mean, I'm not giving anyone any information they don't know, but it's just interesting that would happen. Because I've not really ever heard of that happening.
So shortly after she left, and before we were supposed to head toward the sanctuary, Deidre asked me to walk around the perimeter of the church to make sure that the entrances were all labeled and that no one was lost. So I did that in my dress and tennis shoes and made it back in about 15 minutes. By the time I got back into the bridal suite, it was nearly time to head into the foyer.
The foyer. I love that. I don't really care for them as like spaces, but I love the name. It's a foyer.
It's a foyer. I do like it.
So pretentious sounding.
It is.
As let's just take in the
time to head into the foyer.
Let's head to my foyer for drinks.
As I walked in, everyone was quiet and staring at me. That's never a good sign. Deidre's fiance's sister, Ashley. Jesus Christ. Deidre's fiance's sister, Ashley, who hadn't been sure if she could make the wedding, was there as well. Okay. Does that matter?
Something is rotten in Denmark.
Deidre said that since Jenny was gone, they didn't have a wedding photographer. She wanted me to give my bridesmaid's dress to Ashley and take photos with my Nikon, since no one wanted to just have pictures on their iPhones. Everybody swarmed me and started helping me out of my dress, pulling the rhinestone combs out of my hair. Bitch, no one said taking shit out of my hair. Like, even if she said about the dress, why are you touching my hair?
So listen to this. She wanted me to give my bridesmaid.
Don't touch people's hair.
Yeah. So basically, this is what happened. You were like number 5 on the list of bridesmaids. It's like, we have to have 5. My wedding's going to be perfect. I have to have 5. I'll invite her. Perfect. She's a perfect number 5. Someone I'm not super close with, but close enough where it's going to feel natural for them to be in my wedding. But Ashley was like always the wild card of like, whoa, what if Ashley shows up? Oh, she probably
Then Ashley can't be in it.
But Ashley shows up, right? So they have to concoct a thing. It's like, so when you were gone doing that, that was all that, like when they're actually having a conversation. There was no actual mystery about, is this entrance right? It was to basically form a plan, which was to get you out of the wedding.
Here's the thing though. From what I understand about bridesmaids, which I have not had our wedding was not, it was just like in front of a lake. So, there's no bridesmaids, no groomsmen or whatever, but aren't they supposed to help the bride? Right?
Right.
Okay, so why does she have to not be a bridesmaid? You can still ask her to do the photos. She could say no, but she'd still be a bridesmaid. Well, just tell Ashley she can't be a bridesmaid. She didn't know if she can come anyway.
But clearly Ashley,
if you're going to be a bridesmaid, you have to help is the point that I'm saying. Yeah. Like, you can't just last minute.
But of course, like, what they're doing is really shitty because they want Ashley to take her place. So they're trying to come up with, oh, well, you can do this. And
you can still ask her, but let her keep the fucking dress on and don't touch her hair.
They're like literally just like, well, they're trying, because they're just using social pressure to try to force you to go along with it. It's like, oh, you just have to do this. You have to do it because people are basically doing, okay, Taylor, it's like, so if you're not a very assertive personality, it's real easy to just be like, okay, I guess.
There ain't no fucking way, let me tell you. So they pull the rhinestone combs out of her hair, and Deidre took back the bridesmaid's gift of the took back the bridesmaid gift of the matching Tiffany bracelet we were wearing during the wedding to put on Ashley. Bitch, no, you cannot do that.
Ashley is a virus that has replaced you. Let's put it that way.
What the hell? Everyone said that this was a much better plan and started hyping up my photography skills. They were also saying this would be great because the wedding party would look uniform now. And the moms were saying that it would be great to include all the family girls as bridesmaids. Deidre said that I would be able to eat after everyone else and that she wasn't sure where Ashley had been sitting for dinner, but it wouldn't matter because I wouldn't need to sit down anyway. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Are you fucking kidding me? Hey, you know what? We're going to give you a job now. Isn't that great? No, it's not.
Yeah. Look, I know you came here to like celebrate this day with me, but now you have a job. Are you ready to work? And you'll still be able to eat, I guess, like afterwards. Like after we're done, yeah, there'll be some food for you. It's like, what? Like, why is this being like as a perk? It's like, so I'm an unpaid photographer now that's been kicked out of your wedding. And my perk is I get to work all night. And I'm supposed to be a
friend.
Yeah, I get to work all night, take a bunch of pictures for you. Never get like, and notice you didn't say like, look, I was paying her. Was the professional photographer not being paid?
It said it was the paid photographer.
Right. Oh, right. But now your friend has to get no payment, has to now take off this entire time, take pictures of you. You kicked her out of the fucking wedding. Like, I don't even know, like, how you could do, like, this is such a shitty thing to do to someone. Like I would never talk to this person again. This is beyond terrible. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, am I the asshole? Like, I don't even know how you could ask that, but we'll just finish it up. I like, this is bizarre to me.
This is super bizarre.
This is not even approaching someone being an asshole. This is like, in fact, probably being too nice.
This was all very rushed and I didn't have time to think, but I was immediately pretty hurt by the demand that I be responsible for not only the wedding photography for free. Bitch, no, absolutely not. Are you fucking kidding me? So the wedding photographer who's getting paid, who I guess has the shits, like what's going on there? No one knows. Is she still getting paid? And I'm supposed to do it for free?
I no. I'm sure at that point, if the photographer bails on the event, they can't expect to be paid. Like, they're gonna probably give their money back.
Everyone was implying that I'd make pictures look weird if I was in them because she's tall. Remember, she talked about that.
It's so weird because
And that I'd be okay with not having a seat at all or the chance to eat. I told Deidre that I wasn't a professional photographer and I don't know what I'm doing, but she just kept saying, "Oh, you'll do great, and I'm sure it'll be good." While everyone continued to get ready, I packed up all my stuff, said that I had to take it out to my car, and then I drove home. Am I the asshole? No.
I don't even know what university would be the asshole. Like, that, it's nonsensical. Like, they basically tried to turn you into like a helper. Like, I don't even know, like, if that was like, I honestly sincerely think that might have even been the plan to begin with. But if it, like, I think the plan was that you were number 5, you just made the cut. But if she shows up, oh, we'll just have her take pictures or something. Like, that's how we'll save the situation socially. Is basically, that's what's gonna happen. But I think more than likely they just never expected Ashley to show up. And when she did, it was like, oh, we got to get rid of her to figure out what we're gonna do. And of course, all the family shit's gonna be like, no, kick her out. Like, oh, well, I feel bad, but well, she can take pictures or something. Oh, it's great. And what they probably figured she would do is if she stayed and took the pictures, she'd probably do a decent enough job. And it's like, oh, here's some pictures. And oh, thanks so much. Fuck these people. Everyone here sucks besides the person that's posting this. Like, anyone in this group that with a straight face treats someone this poorly is a bunch of scum fucks that aren't worth shit. And her leaving is the only thing that anyone could do. I mean, like, honestly, sticking around, or let's just she'd been resistant. Like, no, I won't do that. Then you would have been the problem. So I mean, this pretty much was handled about the best way you could. Like, okay,
Right.
I'll go along with this. All right, I'm just gonna leave. Because what else can you do? Like, I wouldn't even want to be in someone's wedding. I even have anything to do with them at the point. If it's like you showed up to celebrate a social event and they expect you to fucking basically be the help, that just like, oh, okay, actually, can you take some pictures? Oh, one of the people. I'm really sorry to say this. One of the people who's supposed to be a server, they got down with something too. Would you mind serving people at the thing too? And oh, by the way, afterwards, I think that might be shorthanded. Could you help also clear the event and clean up? That'd be really wonderful if you do that. We really appreciate it. I love you. You're such a great person.
Yeah, Deidre is not your friend. So
Deidre should be shot into the fucking sun.
IDM says women with a coffee cup that's hot.
Dude, what the
I don't
fuck?
know if this is a women thing. I hope you're joking, but whatever. I just think it's an asshole thing. They're assholes. That's what they are.
What are the comments on Reddit?
Women.
I don't generally like to go, but I like to see because this is like a doozy of a day for Reddit.
Chorchwood 4 says, not the asshole. You were literally uninvited to the wedding and forced into being an unpaid employee instead.
Okay, yeah, right. The description of them helping you out of your dress brings to mind the scene in Disney Cinderella when her stepsisters tear off her dress and leave her in rags.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
OP says, thanks. It didn't feel that bad, but it didn't feel good. I was shocked at the time and I felt like I needed to pitch in or make it work somehow because I was in problem solving mode. Then as we kept going and Deidre kept explaining what she wanted me to do, alternating with everyone's compliments made me feel hurt. It was also kind of weird being the only one undressed while they were looking at me, but I got my own clothes on quickly.
Well, you know what it was? I get it. That adds some good context to the story. So basically what it was at first, she just like, oh, I've got to help. Like she thought it was a helpful thing, but then they kept like the flattery and all this shit kept being laid on so thick that it was like, oh, wait, this isn't about that. This is like, you guys got your subconscious mind's like kicking in like, no, they're just kicking you out of this. You know what I mean? Like, or at very best, you can basically stick around and be like, okay, smile.
Cole says to get the biggest strap on possible and tell them to pucker their butts. Purposefully bad or don't take any photos at all. That would be funny. That would be funny.
Oh man, yeah, that'd
Take
be
some
great.
really shitty photos. But here's the thing too. She had already been kind of working for free because she had taken photos of them before the wedding.
Yep.
Yeah. She said she likes to casually take photos, which she did of all of them in the time leading up to the wedding. So she had already been doing creative work for them for free. They've just been taking advantage of her. She is, I know what this is now. She is in that friend group. She is the person that everyone talks shit about when she's not there. But then to her face, it's the niceties. And they keep her around because she's useful. This is a good wake up for you.
Yeah, it was great. I was in a friend group like that. I remember I was like in 6th grade, and there's this kid, and of course he's got a total asshole name. His name was Mitch, and Mitch, I guess, had a problem with me but I never realized it. In this group, like I never realized like he ever did. You know how kids in groups are. So like I was saying this other this other kid named Ryan. He's like Mitch always, like if you're not there, always says all this bad shit about you, like talk shit about you, and basically it's like he's been a little prick. And if you know anything about me as a person, like I'm not going to stand for that. So like when someone did that to me, I went up and like I basically schoolyard bullied his ass. I'm like, oh, you said I'm like an asshole and stuff. He's like, I didn't say that. I'm like, yeah, everyone told me what you said. And it's so funny because I cucked this kid so bad because he literally had
cucked him.
I cucked him, dude. Like not in the actual sexual sense, but like basically socially because here's the weird thing. He invited me to his birthday and like a sleepover thing. I'm like, how the fuck would? But it's like, oh, it's because you were popular enough with my other friends. Like I had to like invite you, and I was like, God, you're pathetic, dude. But I bet people like this. But I confronted them immediately, and like I pretty much just beat the shit out of him like for a couple days, and was like, don't ever fuck me again because you're a little twerp. So I basically went full schoolyard bully on his ass, which probably wasn't right either. Just be honest.
No, it's not right.
Let's be honest, but
that was not a good thing.
But whatever. I'm definitely an asshole. If we did this on my life, a lot of times I would end up as the asshole. But that not being the point. Like she wasn't she wasn't someone who's going to do that. Like clearly, you're probably right. Yeah. She probably had read the water on that before, but she's not like the person where it's like, well, fuck you. I've got a problem with you. Like you got a problem with me. Let's just have this problem out.
She got a backbone at the end of this though, so it's nice.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
She doesn't need those friends. It's time for her to move on.
Why do people take weddings so seriously?
I don't fucking know, dude. Because it's the only time. Look, the people that take these weddings so seriously are people that their parents didn't hug them enough, I guess. Like they really need the attention. And the sad part is like it always focuses on the woman. And like the dude is just like he's just a guy that's involved in the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the dude.
It's not about
the dude. Yeah, they're treated like they're losing like true freedom. It's like, oh, you poor soul, losing your freedom.
Like, isn't this a choice both of them made? Isn't this about both of them? Why are all the pictures just of her? Like, why are we all focused on her? And he's just like an extra in her movie. I
mean, we spent virtually no money on getting married, and I would never.
How much did we spend? Like $200, however much it cost to get the person to do it.
Like basically like $250.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we're not about to spend a bunch of money. Some people though, they go fucking crazy over this shit.
I agree.
How dare you say that? How dare you say it?
Scotty would be a bridezilla if he were a woman. No, absolutely not. Like if he was the same person but just had female genitalia, there's no way because he'd be the same guy that didn't want to have a wedding, which we didn't. So
I had a very small wedding.
To be fair, she kind of should have realized these women were insufferable twats from the fact that they nicknamed her Big Bird. That's fucking fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree. I mean, not just the Big Bird, nickname, but
who gives their friends demeaning nicknames. That's some TV shit. I thought so too. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, that's not the only clue though, I'm sure. Like, but some people aren't able to read that, or they just see it as like, well, it's acceptable behavior. This is probably just the first time she really realized how they felt about her. Because like, that's what that reeks of. That reeks of like, you're the low man on the totem pole. You're the fucking punching bag. And literally just embarrassing you in front of a group of people socially for no good reason. Like if Ashley it was a flaky piece of shit, then you shouldn't say, well, it's got to be Ashley. Like I don't even understand like how you could do it to somebody. Like either add Ashley in. It's like, oh, literally just take your clothes off. Let me take everything away from you. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You're I don't know. This woman is probably one of the worst people.
They use the smart kid to do all of the group project. That's what it sounds like.
Like
Peyton wants to know if you will be his friend.
Peyton, why? What? You know, Peyton, I thought we already were friendly, my friend.
Yeah, I thought you guys were friends.
Yeah, I mean, like we're not like best friends gonna hang out all the time, but yeah, I mean,
Scotty went to this guy's sleepover and fucked his mom. He cucked. Oh, because the comments are back farther. Okay, that makes more sense.
I don't remember if his mom was hot or not. If she was, then yeah, I totally did that. I don't remember though. I can't remember if she was hot.
$250. You guys are smart, says 3D Cow. Spent $40K on mine. Why? What is wrong with you guys? I could never in my fucking life imagine spending more than $1,000 on one night. One night.
Well, I mean, if they're happy with it, if they're happy with it, that's all that really matters.
Just have a cheap wedding and a bomb ass honeymoon. Yeah, me and Scotty went to Disney World for a week. Like it was awesome. That's what we spent our money on.
Yeah. I mean, but look, I mean, some people really, those days are important to them and they really want this big ceremony and this big thing. Like, look, I just do what you want to do.
Tyra says Scotty would be a hot woman. I know he would, but he's a hot man. I don't know.
You don't know?
I wish you could switch genders, you know?
Yeah, look, I'll be.
Because I like men and women. So I can have both.
Do?
God.
I'm scared.
Whatever, dude. Smith Black gave $2, thank you, and said, who's the most whipped DFF member and why is it TJ? Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You've nailed that one.
Oh my God, TJ. But you know, like, look, I'm not even saying it as a negative thing about Chelsea because like TJ is the one that's putting the whip to himself.
It's true.
Like, so like, I don't think Chelsea's like a particularly controlling person or anything. I think TJ is just like TJ's that like he wants to be whipped. He wants that thing. So to me, it's like it's more about a TJ thing. Like TJ has whipped himself. So there you go. That's your answer. Like he's whipped himself.
Peyton says that his aunt spent almost $300,000 on their wedding. That's too much. Mark says $40K could pay for a kid's college.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Johnny says, if I'm going to drop $40K, there's going to be an overdose involved.
I agree with that.
Yep.
I totally agree with that.
Tension Slap suggests that you and Peyton should watch Ben 10 together.
No. We're not going to watch Ben 10 together. I'm sure there's some common ground. I mean, Peyton, you're fine.
Bloodless says I'm very financially responsible.
Oh, yeah.
That's not entirely true.
Taylor is pretty financially responsible. Me, I am wildly irresponsible.
Stone Gentleman said that his wife, are you a he? I don't know. I mean, it says whatever. My wife and I spent our money on our cross-country honeymoon road trip.
That's nice, yeah.
Brandon, Scotty can identify as any gender he wants, Taylor.
I identify as a flesh prison.
Flesh prison. That's hot. TJ strikes me as the type that's into being whipped, so everything works out in the end.
Oh God, 100%. TJ is what we call a serial monogamist.
What does that mean?
TJ is just someone that's like gonna always be in a relationship. I mean, ever since he's been like an adult. Like TJ's never gonna be single. Like that's not gonna happen. And TJ, I mean, TJ's been in a relationship now for.
I can't imagine that because like
Chelsea, I mean, they've been together what, like 7 years?
Yeah.
I mean, so like and their relationships, I'm sure. I mean, it seems to me it's still going very strong. So, but I'm just saying, if he wasn't gonna be in a relationship, TJ, I'm like TJ would never be single. Like I know that about TJ.
I can't imagine like being in a relationship constantly. You know, like when my first marriage didn't work out. Spending a year like just meeting new people and spending a lot of time by myself was pretty awesome.
No, for you, but saying like someone like TJ, no, that's not going to happen. She's not going to be alone.
I think it's kind of vitally important though to have some time that's just spent figuring out what you want to do.
No. Wrong.
Well,
Look, believe me. Look, I know.
I don't know.
I know relationships.
I don't know.
I want to say you're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong about them.
Okay, well.
Look, you just go from one broad to another, and that's how it works.
That just seems to me like you're trying to find someone to make you happy. Like they're responsible for your happiness.
Oh shit, dude. This is like the Battle of the Titans question. Scotty, who ate more as a child between Stevie and TJ? Oh my god. Now TJ had a ferocious appetite as a kid. Like TJ was the kid that was always hungry, always went back for seconds, always wanted more. And really until he had to become like maybe 20, 21 before he kind of like stopped being as, but like just always being hungry kind of shit. He's such a big dude. He's always growing so fast. So a ferocious appetite. Stevie, on the other hand, his spectrum of food, much smaller at the time than TJ's. Stevie was like one of those kids that had like issues with food.
Super soft fry.
Like his ass, exactly. His ass could not just go and like say like he was like Steve went to someone else's house, right? And it's like here's some green beans and here's some carrots and here's this piece of roast or some shit. Steve is like, oh,
Super soft fry.
I want super soft fry or a hot cheese.
Hot cheese.
Mama, give me a hot cheese, mama. Mama, I need a hot cheese, which is grilled cheese.
Hot cheese.
Mommy, hot cheese for me.
Hot cheese. Super soft fry.
I don't know.
But Stevie could put back some supersized fries. Like I said, he was picky. I cannot tell you how many times I saw Stevie's dinner, and it was my mom would put in 2 sheets of frozen French fries into the oven, and Stevie would eat them.
Gross.
I'm like, Stevie's fries suck, dude.
I hate put the freaking frozen fries in a bag and then putting them in the.
That was what he got with
nasty. They're soggy.
Because most times my mom's not going to go all the way to fucking McDonald's or spend money on fast food.
Or like actually fry them.
Fuck no, my mom wasn't. My mom's a terrible cook, dude. I love
Don't
my
say
mom.
that.
Oh my gosh, she knows it. She would agree with me.
But how?
I love my
fries
mom, but my mom cannot. My mom would burn cereal. Let's put it that way. She probably has.
She makes a good black bean soup.
She's got a couple things.
Like,
There's like a joke. Okay, my mom with everything burns it because my mom she's a 10th span of a fucking nap, which I inherited from her. So when I was a kid growing up, every time my mom would cook hamburgers, it was like charcoal. It was like eating a bunch of fucking charcoal because my mom would overcook everything, every fucking thing. So most of this eating, like that was definitely a thing that inhibited it because my mom's not a great cook, and my stepdad he's not the kind of guy that's gonna cook. But Stevie, he had a very narrow thing, like I said. So like his pinnacle was 3 supersized fry,
Jesus,
a giant drink, probably like a Mountain Dew or some crap like that. Like maybe not Mountain, maybe a Sprite. But with Stevie,
3 supersized.
but then maybe he
fries.
comes home and like maybe he wants some chicken tendies. And he throws in another bag of fries and maybe eats some ramen. So I'm trying to give him a real answer. I'm trying to add up. I'm like, look, I'm doing the calculus in my head.
Right.
Okay, maybe there's some ice cream or some shit laying around. Stevie's gonna eat a bunch of that. Oh, he's gonna eat a bunch of cheese because Stevie would eat slices of American cheese.
I know someone who does that.
So I'm thinking Stevie has his peak here. He's had a big ass fucking dinner, 3 supersized fry, large Coke, apple pie. Okay, I'm going through the progression here. Okay,
Who made an apple pie?
he got an apple pie at the fucking McDonald's. We're going fat as Stevie. Okay, now then we have TJ. So TJ, okay, bag of chips gone.
How big is the bag of chips?
Big old bag of chips.
Family size?
Yeah.
What the
Bag
fuck?
of
What's
Oreos.
wrong with y'all?
My mom went shopping yesterday, so bag of Oreos. TJ's decimating those. Some cereal.
Entire bag?
Oh God, yeah, dude. TJ would eat an entire fucking bag of Oreos. I've seen him do it. If you sat TJ down with a bag of Oreos right now, this very second, unless he just stuffed himself,
Okay.
he would probably eat the whole thing if he wanted to.
I can't even imagine the shit.
So this is a gluttonous day for TJ. He eats everything in sight.
My parents didn't even keep snacks, so
I'm
like opening.
We keep
I'd
snacks.
I'd come home from school and
We
I'm
didn't
like,
keep them long, but we keeps them.
What is in here? Okay. Oh, there's cans of green beans, right? There is like my dad would keep cans of peaches or something, like canned fruit. I would just like open up a can of green beans, heat it up in the microwave, dump pepper on it, and just eat it. Like, so that's my shit. Now I understand how people get fat. Y'all are so y'all didn't have to struggle, okay, and have to like figure out what am I going to eat today? A can of buttered beans, right? Or am I going to go through the freezer and find some sort of vegetable side in here that's going to be okay?
I can tell you we were pretty broke at some points in my
Or
childhood.
cooking a baked potato in the microwave.
Well, I can
Like,
tell you.
that's it.
Look, I can tell you we were pretty broke at some points in my childhood, and we still had a bunch of processed food. So I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it was those bad financial decisions that led that to that path. But we're trying to figure out who ate more.
It's got to be Stevie.
I don't know. See, no, wait.
I don't know though.
3 supersized fries.
Okay, so his typical day: 3 supersized fries, nuggies. Okay, how many nuggies?
Another bag of frozen fries.
Another.
I mean,
Okay.
he's gonna get hungry later. He's gonna want some more fries.
So he's at like
Ramen.
3,000 calories. Okay, now he's at like
Got ramen. Dude,
3,300.
he's gonna go through at least 10 slices of American cheese that night.
Johnny, I'm not saying that the baked potatoes. I was whatever cooking a potato in the oven or in the microwave. Excuse me, microwaved potatoes.
And then he
whatever.
ends it with a big ass bowl of ice cream at the end. That's like, like.
So that's his full day, no breakfast.
Steve wasn't big on breakfast.
I appreciate that. Okay, so his day is like 4,000 calories for a child.
All right, TJ got a bag of Oreos.
I get
Got
you,
got a bag of chips. But for lunch, TJ's gonna go to
Hold
McDonald's.
on one second. Wait. I think we should pull up the calories on this. Oreos package entire calories.
All right, let's say he can't go with eating. Let's say he eats half the pack. He eats half the pack of Oreos.
A package of Oreos is 1,800 calories.
So
holy
so
shit!
TJ eats 900 calories.
Bro,
900 calories worth that.
God.
Bag of chips, probably another 600-700 calories. He goes to McDonald's to have lunch. So TJ, what does TJ usually get at McDonald's?
Wait, what kind of family-sized chips is he eating? Like, which one would he pick?
I'd say Doritos. He eats Doritos.
So, which one?
I think he favored the nacho cheese more than the Cool Ranch.
Okay.
But he would eat he doesn't really eat them now. I've almost never seen him eat Doritos since then, unless it's like at a party or something. But he could decimate a bag, dude. And I'm not talking the fucking individual. I'm talking like the bag you buy for, consumption of a group. So like, the family size. How many calories is that? That's what you got to figure out.
Okay.
I don't see anything, Taylor.
It's just saying 160 because it's not actually.
Right,
because no one would
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter then. Okay, we'll say 800 calories. It doesn't matter.
Sure.
So right now, Cheetah's at 1,700 calories. He's gonna go to McDonald's for lunch.
No, he's 1,800.
He's going to McDonald's for lunch that day, or he did. TJ's not gonna. He's gonna get like a Big Mac, and he's gonna get a large fries, and he's gonna get definitely a Coke because this is kid TJ. Is he gonna get anything else? Is TJ gonna go and get an apple pie too? Because he might do that. All right, not today. Well, we'll say not today. So what's a Big Mac in calories?
Okay, let's see.
Big Mac, large fries. Oh wait, this is back in the supersize era. He's gonna get supersized as shit. So 563 calories.
That's just the regular Big Mac.
Supersized fry. Oh, 1,000 calories.
No, how many calories are in the supersized Big Mac meal? 1,320.
1,320. Okay. Damn. Holy shit.
Oh, excuse me. The Doritos family size is 2,340 calories.
Fuck.
Yeah, so 800. I knew it wasn't no 800, bitch. No, I knew that shit wasn't
2,000
right.
plus 900. Oh shit. 4,200 TJ. That's your answer.
So he would only eat a Big Mac meal, a supersized Big Mac meal,
And
an entire package of Oreos.
Sometimes he would do, well, that's half the pack of Oreos I'm accounting for. And he might get a shake sometimes too, but whatever. It's TJ.
So he's eating like 5,000 calories.
Yeah, probably around there. At his peak, yeah. Fuck, dude. Okay, so that's your answer.
Damn, TJ wins for sure. For
TJ.
sure.
But, you know, holding Stevie back, though, because we're talking about child, holding Stevie back at this point, unfortunately, is the fact that he just had limited taste. So it kind of helped him. He was still super fucking fat when he was a little kid, but that limited it. Somewhat, surprisingly.
All right. Man, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Oh, we fucking had to figure it out. I feel like it's
We sure did.
I feel like it's solved, though.
To be fair, TJ's 23 feet, 6 inches tall. That's right.
Correct. Spot on.
He ate enough for like 3 small children.
Yeah. What a fat fuck, dude.
Whoever is taller eats the most as a child.
TJ.
Sure.
I mean, easily TJ.
I live in one of TJ's discarded shoes.
You probably
Shoes.
could.
3 adults, more like. Yeah, that sounds about right. All right, we'll move on to the next one. Oh, where's the fucking...
You're there.
God dang it.
Taylor. Why did you do that, Taylor?
Am I the asshole for getting mad at my mother-in-law for getting my sons baptized behind my back and banning her from taking my kids to her house?
Dude, like some of these questions where it's like you know, it could be something like this. Let me just give you an example off the top of my head. I sacrificed my son to Satan. Am I the asshole? Like, I helped genocide the Jews. Am I the asshole? It's like, this is such a, like, read that again.
Okay.
I mean, because like this is one of the ones where it's like, you're probably not. I mean, just basically, if this is what you're saying is presented as true, there's no way we're gonna find you to be the asshole, unless like at some point you're like, and I'm also a white nationalist, and I believe that, you know, like some crazy shit. I don't even want to say it because I might get nuked on YouTube for saying shit. But whatever, you believe some crazy stuff.
Am I the asshole for getting mad at my mother-in-law for getting my sons baptized behind my back and banning her from taking my kids to her house? God.
It's like obviously a huge violation of trust here. So let's read it.
Okay, guys, I need some points of view outside of my bubble because I don't know if I'm overreacting about this like everyone seems to think, but I also do
Bullshit.
think my mother-in-law has overstepped.
So number one, the first thing you start off with is a lie. It's not just because of your bubble. It's because you want people on the internet, the drama fiends, to say you're right. That's what everyone wants here. You want to be told you're right.
Fundies are subhuman garbage.
You
It's
may
true.
in fact be right, but you could be wrong too. But yeah, don't go like, oh, I need to, you know, I need to. It's like, no. The reason you come here is for people on the internet to agree with you. That's your hope. It's like, I want these random people to be like, you know what? Fuck yeah, you're right. You're right about that. All those other people, dog shit. Because there's no investment on their part. All I have to do is give you a little pithy comment, and that's your investment in it. So that's why you're here. Don't say you're here because I want a fresh perspective. It's like, you probably don't want that.
I smell a troll in our chat. 100%.
Which one?
Courtney Sprinkles.
Why?
Because you're just going on and on about you not having a YouTube account, and you just happen to stumble upon this channel, and you just happen to, like, if I were a troll, I'd be disrespecting them.
I don't know. I don't even care.
All right, well,
I don't even give a
maybe
shit.
you're not, but I'm just saying you.
I don't
this
look.
stinks.
I don't give a fuck. I want to do the story. So mother-in-law and I. So sorry, I violated my own rule. 57F and I 35M don't have the best relationship. Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. To be honest, I don't like her because of what she did to my husband. 36M, her son. Well, I thought that was obvious it was her son, but okay. She disowned him. Wait a minute. Disowned? Then why are we even having this conversation? Like, if he was disowned, like look, personally, if someone disowned me, like my mom's like, you're disowned, would I obviously be supremely hurt and upset by it? Yes. But I also be like, fuck you, I'm moving on with my life. Like, it wouldn't be like, you know what, you can come back. It's like, no, you just own me. Like, if someone goes to the trouble of actually disowning you, I'd probably just be done with that person.
3D cow that it's not a mother and daughter-in-law, it's a mother and son-in-law.
Tale as old as time. Let's see.
The
when she,
mother-in-law is a 57-year-old woman.
when she disowned him, when she found out he was gay and didn't talk to him for around 10 years. She only got back to her son's life 3 years ago after she reached out to him. I didn't even know her. She didn't come to our wedding either. My husband and his mom have reconciled, and he has made her a part of our lives. That sounds like a huge mistake. I've got to be honest with you. If that's the reason, like, I'm a homophobe and just I deny reality. Like, I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I guess, look, they're two hopefully rational human beings, I guess, somewhat. I mean, the mother-in-law doesn't sound so much like that, but maybe she can see reason and accept her son. It sounds like, I guess, she was able to, so whatever. I mean, that was probably a huge mistake.
Probably because the kids,
I mean, that does happen. People feel like they have to, oh, well, we really want that relationship.
right?
Even though that person has done nothing but be a piece of shit in your life, it's like maybe there can be something there, and that's up to them. But obviously, when you're going to there to whine about it, that's probably not how it panned out. She's a nice grandma to our kids, 5M, and seems like a nice person. But what I don't like is that she always criticizes the fact that I'm an atheist. Oh no, a gay atheist. Why? How dare you? My husband has tried to set boundaries multiple times, but she keeps on not as before, but she still does. So basically, you're like, he doesn't want any religious crap. And she's like, oh, come on. They need to hear about this stuff. It's important. It's like, not to me. Maybe to you, but not to me. I don't really care about your religious shit. That's up to you. Just leave that in my life. And obviously, if you're the parent, you have every right to have your kids not have religion shoved down their throats. My husband is also Christian, but we agreed that we won't talk to our kids about any religion. It's up to them when they are old enough to believe in whatever they like.
I'm surprised by that.
Yeah, that's
it's generally pretty hard for an atheist to like be friends with a religious person, let alone like be close friends, let alone be married to them. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
they're very open.
That happens. You have people that are just like, hey, this is what I believe, this is what I believe, and it doesn't interfere in the relationship, and that's cool. I mean, hey, if it works out, it works out. Sarah, mother-in-law, and also spawn from hell, likes to spend time with the kids, and we allow her because, again, she is a nice grandma. I mean, that's always good to have a nice grandma. A little bit homophobic, but overall, grandma's pretty nice.
Grandma's nice. She's just a homophobe.
Bakes some cookies, but it's like, I tell you, I just can't stand these gays. It's like, well, all right. These cookies are nice, but what you said was not.
Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks, Grandma. Any racist remarks? Oh, that'll come later. I was like, all right. We figured that. Good. This past Sunday, she took them as usual and brought them back in the afternoon. When they came back, my kids started telling me about getting in a pool and people wearing white around them. Oh, no.
What the fuck? Grandma, no.
It was fun. I asked Sarah what that was, and she said that she got them baptized. Oh, wow. That's really up to your parents. That I don't care. Like, obviously, if the grandma had asked them and they were fine with it, then sure. But he's not. And she knew that. And she deliberately went behind his back to be an asshole. I got mad at her because she knows what I think about religions, right? And impose them to little kids. She knows what my husband and I agreed on, and she decided to disrespect all boundaries we set. And saw the nerve to tell me it's their father's religion. They'll end up following Jesus and the true faith anyway.
Right.
Well, if you're so confident, then why would you be worried? See, this is where the logic always falls apart with religious stuff.
It does. And
if it's the right way and it's the right path and it's preordained, then why would you even worry? I'd be like, I have no worries. Like that person you figure would be sleeping more sound than anybody. Oh, they're going to be right with it. Why? Because I just know. Like that was my mentality. Like, why would you even care about them getting baptized? You wouldn't at all, because you're like, even if it doesn't happen, they're going to go in there later in their life. They're going to realize all this is true. They're going to love this and they're going to want to go with me and get baptized. Which that would be much nicer anyways, because they really wanted to be that way, it'd be a decision that they made based on, I guess, the best available evidence and their understanding of it to them. Where they're like, you know what? I want to be a Baptist and I want to be baptized and I want to live this lifestyle. But at least it'd actually be based on their own choice. Well, I wouldn't think that was a smart choice personally. That would be their choice. Taking them where it's like they don't even understand what happened. We went to a pool and people were white. The kids don't fucking, they're 5 years old. None of this shit makes any sense to them. They'll go along with it because you're their grandma. They don't fucking realize what happened, you know, and to basically fuck your relationship up with, you know, people who control these children, who are responsible for these children, is idiotic.
I don't really understand this because, as you know, I grew up in a Methodist church.
Right.
So babies are christened, you know, they get the sprinkling of water with the
Mhm.
you know, drawing a cross on the head with the holy water. And then when you become a teenager is when you can ask to be baptized, right? Like you're supposed to
Right.
want to do it.
Uh-huh.
And you have to be of an age where, I mean, I don't think 12 or 13-year-olds are capable of really making that decision anyway. But
I mean, it's meaningless. In my
but
opinion,
it's meaningless. But
whether you
a
do it or not.
5-year-old really doesn't know. Like at least a 12 or 13-year-old kind of knows.
Yeah,
You know,
these 5-year-olds have no clue what's going on.
I mean, what denomination even is this?
I mean,
I didn't know that people baptized 5-year-olds.
Oh yeah. There's sects of Christianity that do that. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, Jesus is the truth.
Yeah, there it is.
I
You
got even
found it.
madder and told her she wasn't any longer. She was. I'm sorry. She wasn't any longer allowed to spend time alone with my kids or take them to her house. I also told her to get her nose out of the way of my husband and I educate our kids. So it's like, keep your nose out of our fucking business. She started crying, calling me an asshole who wants to destroy the bond that she has with my kids, and also told me I was overreacting. Her husband says that I'm the asshole for being rude. I mean, well, of course, no shit. Her husband's gonna be on her side. I mean, come on, like even if he's not, he is. My mom says I was too rude and baptism wasn't a big deal. My husband says he understands that she overstepped, but thinks I went too hard on her, and is also sad I banned her from taking the kids home. Some other people say I'm the asshole and that I'm overreacting. No. Yet again, this is like the classic deflection. You get upset because you established a boundary long ago with this person. And now because they've violated your trust, they violated that boundary, what they've done in turn is deflected and say, it's actually you that has the problem because you should just be understanding. It's not a big deal. It's not going to really affect them. In a way, that's true because it's all probably bullshit. But
Still,
the problem here is not what was done. It was the violation of trust. That's what the problem here is. And I'm sure that he's not thrilled about the baptism, but it's what, if you read into most of these things, it's about being disrespected. It's about asking you not to do something and to be considerate of what that person believes and saying, well, I don't give a fuck because to me, this is more important. And then when that person gets upset and said, no, you lied and violated my trust and you broke basically that trust I put in you as a person to not shove religion down their throats and you've done it. That's not him being an asshole. That's her being the asshole. No, he's not even close to being an asshole because he's not just going to fucking immediately just go, oh, I forgive you. Why should he? What is the impetus to forgive that kind of behavior? Not actual contrition on her part. She immediately attacks him.
Victor on it with that real shit. Mother-in-law needs to be dealt with.
Yeah, I mean, you have to deal with it. So that's, and honestly,
no, she needs to be dealt with. Do you understand?
No. What are you saying?
Dealt with in Roblox. Dealt with.
I don't know. This is obvious though. You're not the asshole. Let's go on to the next one.
What if I decide not to? What then? What then?
I'll tickle you.
Am I the asshole for taking my newborn son and going to my mom's house because my husband, his mom, didn't save me any food for dinner? I'm gonna read that again. Am I the asshole for taking my newborn son and going to my mom's house because my husband's mom didn't save me any food for dinner? She says my husband, his mom.
This is a very convoluted one.
Tickle fight stream would be awesome. No, it wouldn't. Don't. Scotty knows. Fucking don't.
Don't.
Stop.
You know you're
No,
weak.
I hate it.
You know you're weak.
Oh.
You know you're weak.
Stop.
You know you're weak.
Stop, you motherfucker.
All right. We have to go on.
I, female 32, gave birth to my son 5 weeks ago. Congratulations. My husband's mom has been camping in the living room ever since and inviting people over. You're already not the asshole. I want you to know that your mother-in-law is subhuman fucking shit. Okay? She's a pile of shit.
Can you imagine that? You've had a kid 5 weeks and your mother-in-law has not gone home. That sounds like a nightmare.
The level of like audacity is fucking beyond me. I cannot imagine someone who I can't imagine even my parents doing this shit. Who the fuck asked you to be there? Who the fuck asked you to be there? You're camping in their living room and inviting other people over. And then on top of that, it says making a mess in the house.
Yeah, it's one thing.
Get the fuck out.
It's one thing if like like your mom is staying at your house because she either A, just lives with you, or like you have a room set up for her and it's like a good arrangement because everyone's
It's if you fucking ask that motherfucker to be there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she's there because either she just like I said, she just lives with you, or because like you're like, please stay with us, help us. We really want you here. Like that makes sense, but the way it's being described here, it's like this is being imposed by her husband. So I would say if she's writing it, she doesn't want her mother-in-law to be in her house for 5 fucking weeks. I mean, she never signed up for that. Like, I don't think anyone really signs up for like, it's like, look, you have to deal with my mom all the time. Like, unless there's a good reason for it, like they can't take care of themselves.
I mean, I've had a newborn. Like 5 weeks is supposed to be spent sleeping. Like you and the baby sleep, right? Everybody's like just chilling, sleeping, eating. That's it. There doesn't need to be people over. You know, this is a time to chill. I can't fucking imagine. Taylor, are you cool with Scotty's mom?
No,
Yeah.
they fight all the time.
No, we don't.
Usually my mom is on Taylor's side compared to mine. Just so you know.
I love Miss Terry so much. She's like another mom to me. So never had any kind of fight with her. I don't imagine we ever will. She's just the coolest person. All right, so let's continue. I said nothing because if I open my mouth, my husband will start scolding me, saying his mom is there to help and I should be grateful. What I did was ignore her and focus on my son.
Yeah, but here's the problem. It's not help unless the mom actually wants that help. I mean, like if you want the help, that's fine. I mean, like that's okay to ask if it's like for your part of it. But if there's like a more equal arrangement as far as childcare is concerned, you figure like that's when your mom maybe could step in. I'm not saying like there shouldn't be any time spent with the grandmother, but like the mom is trying to insert herself way too much,
right?
Especially because like, look, you know, for the most part, those first 5 weeks, let's be honest, the mom was doing probably more than the dad was.
Johnny says Miss Terry like mystery. I just call her Miss Terry. I can't help it.
My mom's name is Terry. My mom's name is Terry.
I just can't help it. Like
that's a very Miss Terry.
I can't imagine saying like calling her Terry. I don't know. I just think it's polite. Anyway, let's continue. I handle feeding, diaper change, cleaning, wiping. I only get a few hours of sleep, so my husband's mom isn't really helping with the baby. But I thought to myself, well, at least she cooks for us.
Wow, so the mom is just being like just nosy and just trying to insert herself and not even really being a help. Oh my fucking god, what a nightmare, dude. This is like a movie or something, right? The mother-in-law shows up. I'll just be here for a few weeks. We just had a newborn. No, don't worry, I'll be a help. Let's have a bingo night here. It's like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on, Grandma? Like, maybe not.
Last night, I was in the bedroom breastfeeding my son. I knew I was late for dinner, but I thought my husband and his mom saved a plate for me. Once I got done with my son, I walked out the room and saw my husband and his mom sitting watching TV. I asked about dinner and my husband said it was probably on the stove.
Oh, shit. That is basically mail for he's hoping beyond hope that something got left because he knows but he knows in his heart of hearts there's nothing left on that
Why
stove.
The fuck is he not helping? Anyway, as I was walking towards the kitchen, his mom loudly said that she didn't save me any food. I was absolutely shocked. I asked her why, and she simply said, "Well, we didn't see you at the dinner table, so I thought you weren't hungry."
Translation, fuck you. And we ate it all. And
She's breastfeeding a baby. She's gonna be eating more. Are you kidding me?
well, yeah, no, the mom knows all of this. This is like, she's been a mom, right? This is not, none of this is like lost on her because they don't have a good relationship. This is a passive aggressive way of saying fuck you. Like, oh, you weren't here, so we didn't think you were hungry. Oh, did you ask, bitch? Bitch, did you ask? Did you think? Oh, it's really difficult in the same house to do this. Hey, we're having dinner. Are you hungry? No, I'm good. Just go ahead. Or, yeah, I'm hungry. Could you save some for me? Oh, yeah. That's what people do when they actually can communicate with one another. Like they just would, that's what they would do. It's really pretty simple. It's like a couple sentence conversation to ask that person if they're going to be eating or not. That's all you have to do. So saying I just assumed you weren't doing it, it means you're an asshole. You're just being a piece of shit to that person.
Oh, John Lexington said, subscribing now. I might, if I can, customize it to do $10 to support y'all. You're joining the Patreon. That's excellent.
Patreon.
Welcome, John.
Oh, welcome. I like you.
Welcome.
Like you.
Okay, so let's see.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I lost it and yelled that I was feeding my son. Of course I was hungry. I'm actually starving. She shrugged her shoulders and said it wasn't her fault I didn't show up for dinner, but she knew damn well that I was with my son and hadn't eaten a thing in hours. My husband asked me not to raise my voice at his mom. Bitch, the husband about to get it too. She's catching hands and so is he. I cannot imagine. I can't imagine the shit.
Don't you talk to my mommy like that. Why don't you grow the fuck up, dude? They're two adults. Just because it's your mom doesn't mean she's infallible.
This is your wife you're talking about that just had your son.
Yeah, you should be like,
tell your mom to get the fuck out then.
Yeah, you should be like objective. Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. If it starts to come between the two people that are married, it's like, Mom, I love you, but it's time for you to go home. And no, I have every right now.
Why would he not save food for his wife?
Oh, he's a mama's boy. 100%.
He's an asshole.
He's that, but he's a total mama's boy. Even now, even as an adult, he's a fucking mom. So like basically when his mom did this, she just goes, yes, mom. I can't imagine making a fucking meal. And then like I'll tell my mom had cooked something. And then it was like, oh, save some for Taylor. And it's like, let's just eat it. I'd be like,
let's eat it all. I'm going to have seconds, thirds maybe.
Yeah. Like, no, I'm not. No. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, give me a fucking bowl of that or whatever. Like, yeah, this is mine now. And I'll just save it for you. Like I would never I can't imagine someone doing that. Like at least personally, but obviously there's assholes in the world.
Johnny is a smart man. He says, if the two most important women in your life are fighting, you side with the one who lets you put it in. God.
No shit.
So the husband is asking not to raise my voice at his mom, but I told him,
don't you talk to my mother like that.
But I told him that he saw what happened and didn't think about me being hungry and needing food. He lashed out asking what the fuck I wanted him to do. I don't fucking know.
Oh, okay, look.
Maybe save some food for me.
I get it if it's like something like she asked for some crazy thing. It's like, what do you want me to fucking do? It's like, you know, like what's beyond what he can actually deliver as a person. That's when you say, what the fuck do you want me to do?
What the fuck do you want me to do? Go get me some food.
Fucking make a plate and put it aside? I mean, I don't know, dude. I'm trying to think outside the box here. Okay, so let's say we're having soup. How do I save soup? Okay, ladle, foil, fridge. He's a man baby, dude. We run into this all the time. He's a man baby. They cannot take care of fucking self. He can't stand up to his mom. When his mom literally is like, fuck your wife, she's a piece of shit, I'm gonna leave her nothing. And he's like, basically, he's like obviously so abused and manipulated by his mom that he defends her shitty behavior like it's her fault. Someone who's been caring for a 5-week-old child, and it's like
I guess practically by her fucking self. Yeah. Where's the husband at?
Yeah, and the first thing it's like, where the fuck is my food? Because I'm starving. I've been doing this shit all day, and it's like, you fucking do my mom like that, dude. Oh man, you made a huge mistake reproducing with this motherfucker.
You really did.
Oh yeah, you got.
She realizes that
you got 2 babies now. You got 2 fucking babies now, and a new mom. Congratulations.
She defended him, saying it was selfish of me to basically berate him for eating his dinner after working for long hours at the department. Fuck his long hours. Anyway, an argument ensued and I went inside the bedroom, packed a small bag for me and my son, called my brother to come take me to my mom's house, and my husband blew up at me as I was making my way out. We argued at the door and he told me that what I was doing was uncalled for and childish. I told him I couldn't take his mom anymore. He said I should be ashamed.
What the fuck?
How's this? Can you guys hear us? What did you say? What did you say before?
Colonel, this is Snake. Can you hear me?
It's better. It's back. We back. Awesome. Taylor Jane Kirk.
I don't know what the fuck. I thought it was your dog, but now
My dog's in a crate because my dog just had his nuts cut off. So
where is Yujiro?
everybody says we're good now. That's excellent. Yujiro probably came over here to come and say hello or something, but they unplugged the entire board, so it's good now. I think. Great, great.
Yujiro, what did you do? All right, let's see here. Let's get back to this because we got a bunch of cool shit to cover.
Control.
An argument ensued. She left. Okay, so we argued at the door.
Oh,
and
I
he
gotta
told
share
me
the screen.
that.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, share audio. Share audio. No. There you go. There you go.
Share.
Sorry, guys. So just we'll backtrack a little bit here because one of our pets decided to. They didn't. I guess they didn't like what they were hearing.
Yeah, they were done with this shit. Oh, okay. So arguing at the door, I told him I couldn't take his mom anymore. He said I should be ashamed of myself for talking about her like that after she literally put her life on pause so she could help me out.
Yeah, again, doesn't seem like she was asked to do that.
Yeah, no one asked.
She volunteered, which is not being magnanimous. That's being selfish.
My brother came and I got into the car and left. He picked some food up for me on the way. Wow, your brother cares more about you than your fucking husband, dude. And I ate like a hungry bear. My husband never stopped calling, though. In his last text, he called me nuts and demanded I return today. But I said that I miss my mom, that I like it here in her clean home with her healthy food and would like to stay for a while. He lost it and got his family involved, accusing me of keeping his son away from him and punishing him over food.
Oh, wow.
I usually don't say this, like, because Reddit's like, leave him. Seriously, leave him. Seriously. It will not get better.
Yeah, this does not sound good.
You just had his baby. Okay. He clearly doesn't care about you. His mom's a piece of shit. Their whole family's just trash. Okay.
Yeah, and now he's basically saying she's crazy because she doesn't want to be around it. It's like if this guy gave a fuck about his relationship, the focus wouldn't be any of this. He'd be like, okay, I'm sending my mom home and let's just fix the problem. It's just like, no, you're nuts, you're crazy. Oh, he's a cop. Oh, what a shock. Man, I can't believe this. So I guess we have some edits here.
Okay, to those who are saying that I'm keeping my husband away from his son, I promise you that he's full access to him, but chooses not to come over simply because he hates my mom.
Oh man, how do you think this is gonna work?
Yeah, this is never gonna work.
How do you think this is gonna work? Like, if you're close to your mom and he hates your mom, like, how is that gonna work out? And refuses to be in the same room.
Wow. how long am I going to stay here? There's no telling, but at least I'm being pampered and treated like a princess by my mom, dad, brothers. Heck, I couldn't get this treatment in my own home.
Because they want you to leave him.
Yep.
like if your family's like just dropping everything, like they don't want you to be with this guy. They're not happy about this relationship.
As for my husband, he can come over to my mom's house if he wants to see his son so badly, but I doubt he'll do it since he's a very prideful person and this might hurt his ego.
If he really loved his son, he wouldn't give a fuck if he had like, even if he hated the other person.
If he loved his son, then he would have taken care of his son's mother, you know?
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, but beyond that, even if like they just can't be together, like I wouldn't give a fuck if I had to go see someone I didn't like to see my kid. It wouldn't just be like, oh, you know, like I can't go because I don't like this person. Like, fuck that person. Don't even focus on them for a second. Just be like, yep, I'm here to see him. You know, you don't have to fucking hang out with his mom. You're hanging out with your kid.
One more question to answer because a lot of people ask me to clarify. Yes, department equals police department. He's a police officer. I'm sorry if you got confused, but I thought it was clear.
That
Get the fuck out of there, dude.
That fucking earned him less points. Like he had to be a saint in this situation. Now it's like he's a cop. Like, sorry.
Edit. Okay, I feel sorry for him and decided to send him a couple pictures that I took of our son sleeping. And what was his response? A long wall of text berating me left and right and claiming that I was rubbing it in his face that he can't come see his son. Because if you know what, he called me a bitch, which he never did till now. I'm shaken, so mad, because I really thought I was doing something nice and considerate after having sympathy for him. I've decided to get the rest of my stuff tomorrow because I need more time and space to be able to think about what he's done and said. I feel terrible right now, but at least I get dinner for tonight, unlike when I was at my own house. Edit. Oh my God, I can't even find a place to start with this. So he just sent me a picture of him and his mom cooking dinner in the kitchen.
What's this? Oh no.
Saying he was repaying me for the pictures I sent earlier.
And this guy is a fucking baby. Oh man, he is a like, dude. Like he is just like doubled down and destroying his relationship. Like,
oh my God.
This is just like insane. Like this is like literally a guide to have to destroy. Like I don't know how he convinced her to like have a relationship before this. I've never like, you know what it must have been. There must have been no problems at the beginning, but just now there's just nothing but problems, and they're just completely incompatible people. And he has the emotional maturity of about a 7-year-old because like she's like, here's your son, and it's like, you fucking bitch. Here's a picture of my mom cooking. It's like, so you're basically doubling down and like, fuck you, my mom is right, dude. I hope you can have your mom give you a hand job because that's about the only fucking shit you're gonna be getting anytime soon. Let's tell you the next dupe that thinks you're a fucking actual person.
Is he fucking his mom? What's going on here?
I don't think he is, but he might as well be.
So he sends a picture saying he was repaying me for the pictures I sent earlier and that they were making dinner and not including me for real this time. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like literally laughing. Like, seriously, what is this? I haven't responded to this yet, and I don't think I will because I'm so angry right now, and I might just regret the words that I say to him. No, you wouldn't. I'm going to put the phone on silent or something because I don't want to ruin yet another night. But tomorrow I'm going to collect more of mine and my son's stuff so I can stay longer at my mom's house. Thank God I went anonymous with this. And I might update later if anything new happens. Good night. Edit. God, I can't believe I'm back on here. But he just sent me a text saying he's only willing to come over if I could get mom out of the house tomorrow. Like literally have her leave her own house. He said it's just for 2 hours so he could see his son and also talk. He doesn't even know I'm coming over tomorrow to pick more stuff up for me and the baby. I'm freaking out. Like, absolutely no, not happening. I wouldn't dream of telling my mom to leave her own house. That's crazy out of line request. I'm not sure whether to respond or what I should say to him, but I'll try to get some sleep and see how it goes. Bruh, leave. I mean, you've left, but like literally leave him. If this
is actually a real thing that happened, I mean, then yeah. Man, child, mama's boy, whatever. Stick to actions, not insults. Well, good thing we're not on there.
Breastfeeding while on an empty stomach, that's like going into debt. There should have been heaping mounds of food for you. Yeah, I've been there, and holy shit, you're hungry. Like, beyond anything you've ever imagined, okay? Like, you're literally having to produce food for another human being. You don't think I'm gonna fucking want to eat? What is this?
No, you don't fucking deserve any food. I mean, clearly...
She needs to document all of this and create a timeline for divorce court. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know people say like, if everyone claims everything is abuse now. That is abuse. You're expecting her to feed your kid and you will not feed her.
Honestly, even her leaving was like, she really wasn't leaving. This guy, but it's just so emotionally immature and unstable that he just can't help himself. Like, he just doubles down every time. Like, Oh yeah, okay. Okay, well, you know what? Let me ask you a little further. Let me ask you, it's like, so like after his response, like, yeah, I would not want a relationship with this person. If this is an actual story that really happened. No, fuck that.
I tend
No
to believe
fucking
ones that
way.
have a bunch of edits,
And
you know,
I'll tell you, well, that does.
especially the way they're typing, like they're typing with typos.
You could do that. You could fake that.
I don't know.
They're easy enough to fake. But I'm saying, like, but if it's a genuine thing, then I don't think it's like, yeah, I know if people on the internet almost famous who just dump him, leave him. Like,
No, seriously though.
this guy is a crazy ass cop. Like, even if you leave him, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So, like, yeah, just do it now. Let that guy find somebody else to grow freaking torment because you don't want it to be you.
She should be careful in picking up the rest of her belongings. Yeah, she really should. She should not go by herself.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Oh yeah. Well,
With this level of crazy that he's showing, she absolutely should not go to that house by herself. In fact, she shouldn't go there at all.
Yeah, I want her to. Yeah, I want it to be by yourself. Yeah, we should be by yourself when we talk. It's like,
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's already asking for the mom to be out of the house. No, sir. Nope. You will not be around me by ourselves ever again.
Yeah, fuck no.
No.
Yeah. Well, I think they get crazy sometimes. They get real. Like,
Exactly, Victor. I fail to understand how you have a 5-week-old baby and you're not with him and your wife, but you're watching TV with your mom.
Yeah, what's on the move tube? Oh, mommy, can we watch? Oh, does mommy pick the programming though? Oh, mother, what do you want to watch tonight?
The mother-in-law needs food too. She has an adult male she has to breastfeed.
Right. Yeah. Seriously.
Of course, from Bootlickers Anonymous.
Bootlickers Incorporated.
She needs to divorce him and move to a location outside of his law enforcement jurisdiction. Yep. Take multiple witnesses. Absolutely. This pig and his mom reminds me of the Game of Thrones family. Yeah, she's gonna have a hard time too, because like when you have a kid in a certain parish or county, you have to go to that parish or county when it deals with divorce stuff. So like I guarantee you, he knows the judges, 100%. He knows the judges. He knows the people that work in the courthouse. It doesn't mean that they're going to favor him. Like everybody might hate him. That could be true.
I mean, yeah,
the whole department could hate him, and they're like, he's a fucking asshole. I hope he gets, he reaps his fucking rewards for this bullshit. So, but he also could be really fucking like well liked, and that could be bad for her. But that's unfortunately how it has to be done.
Yeah, I mean that's true. There could be a legal bias against her. Well,
he needs a Chucky Baba.
He does. Well, the fact that he's a cop, no matter what, in any court of law's opinion, it's going to fucking give him a level of respect that if he was just Joe Blow, he wouldn't get.
That's so unfortunate.
Because I mean, especially with custody, because he'll go up there and he'll have his suit on. Shucks, I just want to see my little boy.
Well, I mean, she's already got all this shit. If she is around him again, she's just got to make sure.
Oh, these are petty fucks. Like she's gonna have a hell of a time. If this is a real story, I feel nothing but empathy for this person because it's gonna be 18 years of a crazy, wild fucking ride until this guy bangs some other broad and gets her pregnant.
And he will.
And then suddenly he doesn't give a fuck about his son. That's probably the best thing for the kid is that the dad gets interested in some other woman, has another kid, and is like, you know what? Let me just be out of your life and let me ruin this other kid.
Yeah, and then he'll never see that kid again. Follows Trouble says, hope he gets dealt with.
Oh, you guys. I don't even know what that means. You crack me up.
Dealt with.
You crack me up.
Let's move on to the next one.
What's the next one?
Oh,
okay.
Where is it? There it is.
Do you even know where you are?
I can't find the mouse.
Do you
it's
know
so
where
small.
you are, baby?
Oh, wait.
You in the jungle, baby. You gonna
dealt
die.
with. I hope he gets dealt with.
And by that, I hope he gets dealt a good hand of cards. Like he's playing blackjack and it's 21 blackjack. Woo!
Woo!
I made blackjack.
Am I the asshole for making my husband fly coach when I flew first class?
I gotta take a piss.
The answer is yes. What the fuck?
Scotty, you're flying coach. I'll be up here in first class.
Would you like me to start reading it?
Yeah, if you want to.
Meow. Here, the little kitty cat. I'll look at the chat for a second. I'll look at the chat. I look at chat. You can look at this empty chair. Dexmex says, I hope he finds another woman, his mom. Sure. Delter Skelter. John says, can't wait to catch the new Friday show of Deep Fat Fried. Me too. This guy is only playing one card game. It's Uno. Right. Read it, Taylor. Read what? I did read it. I'm reading it now. Scotty got to go get his chalky baba. Johnny says, we just adopted a fourth catto because my grandma had to be put in assisted living since her piece of shit husband is basically abandoning her to dementia, or basically abandoning her, and she has dementia. I'm sorry about that. Tell us an embarrassing Scotty story. I have the best embarrassing Scotty story, but we're going to save it, I think. We're going to... You know what I'm thinking of, right?
Obviously.
Okay, right. Because there's only one. It's the funniest shit. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna do that,
best shit.
but I'm gonna make that a fucking.
It's got to be a bit.
It's gonna
like for a live show.
I haven't. I might do it here, but I'll tell you what. If I ever did that's like one of my donation goal episodes.
It's the best fucking. It's the best fucking story, and it's fucking funny every time I think about it.
Yeah, you're right. I got
that was the dumbest shit you've ever done in your life.
I have to say that for the live show.
Yeah.
I gotta save that for the live show. I think.
Favorite coloring for a horse: black.
Taylor likes Frisians.
If your husband is the guy from the last story, then no. Okay.
Oh shit.
Cole C wants me to embarrass Scotty. We're gonna save this one. I'm telling you, I don't think I've ever heard of someone doing something more stupid, but also as funny as what happened. How tall are you? I am 5'9". Thinks it sucks, but I have an orange cat now. That's good.
I have 2 black cats.
The husband should be dealt with.
All right.
I want to ask Scotty, wasn't Stevie a walking dead prepper at some point? A walking dead prepper?
No. Like, I get what you're saying. Stevie had like, what's the best way to put this? Stevie has aspirations for a lot of things, but he also doesn't have the drive to really achieve all of them. I mean, no one really does to some degree. But Stevie, I mean, like in his way, he did it. But I don't think Stevie was ever like super serious about it. Like he was collecting a bunch of supplies. Like Stevie might have collected like a couple boxes of MREs or something. And he might have got a couple tools, but Stevie's not going to go like he's building the bunker in the woods. You know, he's buying the vehicles. Like he's not.
It was a LARP.
Yeah, he wasn't going all in on it. That's probably. I don't know if I'll say it's a LARP because I mean, Stevie she means well, but
I wouldn't say it's a LARP because I feel the same way sometimes. Like I'll get interested in something and I'll go all into it, but then I'm like, I don't care about it anymore. That's that's ADHD to a fucking T. So.
I mean, it's TVS if you're ADHD, like truly.
Yeah, I don't think it's a LARP. You just get really focused on one thing for a little bit.
Am I the asshole for making my husband fly coach? Well, I flew first class. If you have to ask, you already know.
My husband's he's 33 and he's a man. So
33
company recently chose him to attend a conference in Miami. They chose just him and a few of his coworkers out of a ton of candidates, so it was quite the honor. The company told them that they were allowed to bring their spouses or partners, but they wouldn't be springing for plane tickets for us. So if they wanted to bring us, they'd have to buy tickets out of their own pockets. My husband asked me, 32F, if I wanted to go, and I emphatically told him that I did. Emphatically told him that I did. I'd never been to Florida in my life, and I thought it'd be a fun trip. You never been to Florida? Whatever. He told me, great, but when we went to the website to buy tickets, he asked if I'd be okay with flying coach, even though he'd be flying first class on the way there, coach on the way home. I asked him why we couldn't just fly together, and he replied, first class is just so expensive. I feel bad, but we can just we just can't afford it, especially if we want to go out and have fun in Miami. The flight is only a few hours. This really, really bothered me. I understood that a first class ticket for me would strain our budget a bit, but what kind of man lives up in first class while his wife sits in coach? I don't like that phrasing. I would say what kind of a person would stay in first class while their spouse or partner sits somewhere else?
I mean,
Like the whole why would a man can't let his wife sit back there? Fuck that.
The
It
only
has
way I
nothing to
can
do with
envi-
your gender. It's just rude.
the only way I can envision that is if, like, for some reason you had to switch seats.
Yeah, I mean,
or like you were forced to switch seats and was like, look, Taylor's in first class and I'm in coach. I mean, I wouldn't care that much. It's like, well, that sucks, but
yeah. What fucking nice gender norms, bitch?
but
Yeah,
yeah,
you're a
but,
bitch.
but well in advance, like, I don't know, like, it just
She's
seems,
a bitch.
it just seems like just fly coach then. Just fucking say let's not even fuck with that, and let's just both fly coach there and back. Like, who cares?
Unless it's United Airlines first class.
No, I'm just saying, like, for all things just to be equal, like, if we know we can all just do coach, let's just do fucking coach. That's what I would do personally. Like, first class is nice, but just for the sake of it being easier, where it's like we're not doing this weird thing, we're splitting it up. If it's an issue, then yeah, just fly fucking
Sure.
coach.
Let's see. I asked him just that, and he responded, "Come on, I'm taking you along on my work trip. I earned my first class seat by working hard. It's my reward." But I insisted that if we truly couldn't afford a first class seat for me, we could have. It would have hurt a little, but we could have. That he is a gentleman, should give up his seat for me. Oh, fuck, I hate her so much. Anyway, we argued, but he ultimately agreed to give me his seat.
Oh my God, dude.
Dude, coach is not that bad. Holy shit.
Dude, these are some spoiled motherfuckers where it's like, I can't believe this, though. He ultimately agreed to give me a seat. If it's your seat, then hell no, I'm not giving up shit. Like, either I'm going to fucking say fuck this and switch to coach. But if I'm a prick and I'm doubling down on this, I'm definitely not giving my seat up. This is like the weakest position because he basically didn't want to do it at all. And there's like, oh, he's been a little mad at me since. Oh no, he's pissed. He's fucking pissed because he had a fucking sitting coach, and the whole time he was in coach, he was seeing you like champagne, madam. And it's like,
I think planes should be all first class, but whatever.
Oh, well, of course that'd be nice, but they couldn't make as much money.
Just have like cheapy flights for everybody else.
Pleb flight for you.
I mean, I would take the cheap flight sometimes too, but I'm saying, why can't some flights just be all the nicer seating?
I think
then there's no difference between the people on the plane.
Airlines have done like business class only seating, and it's like a niche that some.
Yeah, but that's not first class. Business seating is just like you have more room for feet.
Yeah, I don't know if there's ever been an airline that's like done all first class. I've never heard of that. Maybe it exists though. Maybe it's like flying like 50 years ago. That was like first class compared to what we have now.
We had a good time in Miami, but he's been a little mad at me since, saying that he earned his first class seat, that it was free and cost us nothing, unlike my plane ticket, and that I should have just let him enjoy what he'd earned instead of guilting him out of it. I think he's being a baby, and that he should have put his wife's comfort above, this is a troll, but whatever, his wife's comfort above his own, especially since he made the choice to be cheap. Definitely a troll. We're very close to his parents, so we've taken this argument to them for mediation, but they are split. His father agrees with me that he wasn't being a gentleman, while his mother thinks that he earned his first class seat and that I should have let him have it. So am I the asshole?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pretend you're not a troll even though you are?
Well, look, we always say with these stories. I mean, like,
well, this one's so clearly
some fucking shit from the internet. We're not like looking at this like
I get it.
This is unvarnished truth. Like,
yes, you're the asshole.
This is a story.
Clearly.
Yeah, you made your husband give up his seat.
And you use like sexist fucking weird antiquated gender norms to like get it also.
Your husband's a fucking pushover. Clearly you wear the pants in the relationship because he gave up his seat to you. And he had no reason to.
Yeah, she sucks.
Like you're someone didn't even need to go on this trip. Like, so he was doing other shit, probably working while on the trip, and you just got to enjoy it. And you're like, you know what? I'm the one that really deserves the first class seat. And he's like, okay, yeah, you just have it. Then it's like, oh, why are you mad? It's like, so you've already won, but you're still mad. Like, you're an asshole. That's exactly what describes you. You're an asshole. You got what you wanted. You got to come along on a trip. You got to go to Miami. Yeah, you fucking got his first class seat. He was riding his fucking ass and lumpy ass coach, which whatever. It's not the end of the world, but
it depends on which coach it is.
I mean, usually it sucks. You know, he probably sat next to some fucking fat ass that smells, dude. You know what I mean? Like, he got some neck beard. That's like, I don't believe in bathing.
I like sitting next to the fatties.
And then she's up in 1st
They're
class,
comfy.
like, steak tartare. Yes, I suppose that'll be acceptable for my appetizer. Fuck this bitch, dude. This dude should have, like, you know what he should have done? That's what I would have done personally. I'd let her show up at the airport. I would keep my 1st class seat, but have canceled her seat. Then I get on the plane and be like, oh shit, you don't have a seat?
Oh.
Look, we'll work it out. Work that out. Yeah, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go on the plane, talk to them, and you wait right here. Sat in my 1st class fucking seat. Went down to Miami. You know, in the place like, and I was trying to call you and shit. You're just all like, look, they said they're gonna sort it out at the airport. You're gonna have to go, like, you'll be on the next flight, trust me.
So Reddit, the top Reddit says, you're the asshole. His company comped the 1st class ticket for him. What kind of wife insists her husband give up the ticket his company paid for on his behalf so she could live it up a little? Why didn't you just cover the cost difference of 1st class yourself? Right.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck you.
Because to her, this relationship, if this is real, is transactional. And she hears about something nice. And of course, like, I should be the one to experience that. It's like, buy yourself a 1st class plane ticket then, if you care.
Maybe get a job and make more money, bitch.
Yeah, like, maybe you should just do that. And I understand the husband was saying, like, well, that'll hurt us. And she's like, it would hurt us. So she's admitting it's a bad financial decision.
Right. So it seems like you need to make more money.
Yeah,
Quit worried about his shit.
Yeah, you're the asshole.
You the asshole.
Yeah.
Let's see what, as always.
You can have a fucking, look, if you got a baloney budget, you can't be fucking eating lobster every night.
No fucking shit,
Yeah,
dude.
so, you know, sorry.
Well, I don't want to hear what Reddit has to say about this. I want to see what the chat has to say about this.
What say
Okay,
you?
I want to see what the chat has to
Pleb,
say.
what say you, pleb? Amuse us, pleb.
Johnny says, I've always managed to avoid Florida. How?
You won't be able to always, man. One day Florida will come to you.
I've never been to Florida. Nebraska, boy. I've never been to Nebraska. So we're going to have to switch. I need to go to Nebraska. You have to go to Florida. Okay? We'll do it at the same time.
I'll tell you, they got in Nebraska.
I'll call you when I'm ready.
Some corn.
We've already seen Johnny's comments on this. Let's see. Overnight trains for the win. There are no trains here, so where are we going to find them?
Somewhere there's trains, though. I swear it.
As nice as 1st class is, I'd rather fly in coach with a friend than 1st class alone. It depends on which 1st class, tell you the truth.
I'll tell you what.
I will say this. Me and Scotty got what do they call it when they give you like 1st class tickets but for like cheap? Upgraded.
Yeah.
Me and Scotty got upgraded on a United Airlines flight on one of the it's these new planes.
Oh yeah.
And the 1st class there was fucking so off the chain, dude, that I didn't want to get off the plane. I'm like, can I just stay here for like a couple more hours?
Well, yeah, because it was the ones with the lie flat beds.
Lie flat bed. Each of us had our own TV screen. I watched Titanic, dude. They brought the meal. Okay, so like we've gotten business class a whole bunch of times, which it's just a bigger. You get more.
Well, you're thinking of like premium economy.
Yeah, that's what we got. Premium economy.
Not even business class.
Not business. We got premium economy. And they bring you a meal, obviously, and it's like it's okay, but it's basically a TV dinner. Bruh. They brought us like they had like the chef guy come. They brought us it was like a real plate with like they had a face with flowers and there was real silverware. Like they brought me a fucking knife on a plane, a real knife, okay, like metal. And it was what we have. It was like enchiladas.
Yeah, it was enchiladas.
It was
yeah.
really good enchiladas too. Holy shit, man! After flying that, I'm like, or flying with them, I realized why people love 1st class because most of the time these planes, like the 1st class, kind of looks like shit anyway.
And our next flight was like a really cramped, horrible flight.
Holy shit! It was like the best flight of our lives
to
the worst we've ever had. It was a little because we had to fly from a Texas airport to like a really, really small airport. And the plane that they put us on was one of those little, I want to call it a dinger hopper, dude.
It's a commuter plane.
Yeah, it's tiny, right? It's got the little like
It's meant to get you from like a smaller like regional airport to a hub.
yeah, flights that are like 30, 40 minutes. No AC at all. What was it with our bags?
Our bags were too big.
Our bags were too big, so they had to be flown on another plane to this airport we were going to. I mean, the seats were like cramped. It was me and Scotty next to each other. I'm pretty small and he's not big, but we're like, okay, kind of sitting on top of each other. It was the fucking worst flight. And on top of that, we were stuck on the at that airport. It would not leave for like at least an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a bunch of
We were stuck
delays.
there. Oh fuck. Anyway, but the first flight was so nice. It was so nice. Make planes all coach? No. Mm-mm.
So I was like, I'm not down with that.
Not after that flight.
After you experience the lie flat seat, you shall be one of us.
If your flight is shorter than 10 hours, coach is really not that bad. No, that's not true, bro. I just told you. The flight we had was horrible.
It really depends on the flight. Like, I'll tell you, because I flew from Washington, D.C. to London. That's like maybe 6-7 hours. Coach wasn't that bad. When I flew from Rome to Chicago, which was like 10-12 hours, where the fuck it was,
And you flew coach?
I was in coach. Yeah, like I was in like the premium economy. If you United, it was fucking, for me, that was when I was like, oh my God, no.
I feel like it also heavily depends on not only the airline, but the aircraft that they've assigned you. Because me and you have gone on United Airlines flights and they fucking sucked. But
First
that one was
class
great.
in the US is I agree with
First
you.
class is a scam. Not that one.
For most routes, it is a total scam.
I agree.
From like New York to LA are the ones with the actual live flat beds and shit. It can be worth it to some people. Obviously, it's way more expensive. So if you have like points or something, you can use that.
Yeah,
kind
like
of shit.
if you get upgraded and they're like, oh, you can upgrade, you can fly first class for $50 and it's that United Airlines flight, fucking do that shit.
Oh, Spirit Airlines, yeah, complete garbage.
I never want to use Spirit again. Me and him and TJ and Chelsea and everybody, we rode on a Spirit Airlines and fuck, that was bad. That was bad.
They're no bueno.
A plane with all first class seats is called having a private jet.
True.
No, I'm talking about like that plane that I said before, but all of it is those seats. And they fit a whole bunch actually. Like there was 2 and then there was 2 and then there was 2.
Well, I was thinking obviously in a
And it was
commercial,
rows of it. I
in
mean,
a
there was
commercial
ton.
context though. Like I'm not sure if that's maybe like some of those, like what was it, like the Concordia or whatever the hell it was, where it's like it flew like from like New York to London or something. Like that would probably be more something like everything's first class, because they limit the number of people who can buy the seats. Plus, they're super expensive. They're like $5 or $6 grand. That route was being flown. I actually think they're going to do that shit again though. They're going to do that like the faster. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Form of travel.
Okay. United Emirates, is that how you pronounce it? Emirates?
United yeah.
Emirates Airlines are extremely expensive and luxurious from what I heard. Well, that sounds
Yeah,
like
some of those overseas carriers have some pretty crazy shit. Like they go all in compared to our airlines.
now we'd be fighting if that was my wife. What a hypocrite.
Yeah, Follows Trouble's like, nah, I would be in the first class seat.
She sounds like a female dating strategy user. Yeah, she does. Instead of taking her to Miami, he could have just hired a temp girlfriend while he was down there. I think he learned his lesson. I agree.
Yeah, hookers and cocaine.
There should be 2 classes on planes, first class and scum class. Scum class is just straw on the floor. Well, I guess I would use both. I don't know.
The straw on the floor actually might be more comfortable
It honestly might.
than the standard airplane seat.
She likely doesn't earn any money or have a job. Considering her use of heteronormative gender stereotyping, she probably doesn't work.
You need to treat your wife. Treat me, baby.
No, you don't need to go to Nebraska. Scotty's comment is not even wrong. It's only corn.
They got some corn. You want to look at
How
my
are there
corn
no trains?
collection?
There are trains, but they don't carry people.
Yeah, there's probably a few.
There's
routes.
actually a lot of trains up here in northern Louisiana, but I don't know of any passenger trains.
I think there is, right?
Mm-mm.
You lying?
I mean, I understand no one built any, but damn, they just don't have them. They used to have routes, but nobody used them. So coming to you from Miami, I like it, but I lived in South America most of my life. That's cool. Let's see.
How are you still alive? Those places dangerous.
This story is
They're
followed
very
up by how
dangerous.
Taylor hijacked up. I'm not saying that on YouTube. Nope.
No, Taylor didn't do that.
How was the flight to Europe, Scotty?
Long and terrible because I was next to two people who taken a bunch of Ativan. So they were Ativan zombies. And then I was also in the middle. I was in the middle seat. So I hated it, and I will never do it again. As far as like, I mean, I have plans to travel internationally again, but I do not have plans to do it in the middle seat. I can tell you that. So actually, in my case, terrible.
Let's see.
All right, you ready to move on to our next shit?
Yeah.
I'm done with this.
Okay.
I'm done with it.
Okay.
Taylor's getting
okay.
confused. She's like,
All right.
this one's going to make your blood boil.
Oh, God.
Help! I left my girlfriend with a puppy for 3 weeks. She made a horrible confession when I got back. Am I nuts for leaving her over this?
Oh, my God. What happened? There's a hand.
There's a hand. There's like a pow symbol.
And a dog. So she hit a dog. A
No,
puppy.
I don't know. You have to read.
Enhance. Enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, yeah.
Enhance. Oh,
Enhance.
my God. That's so enhanced. Look how.
I would never have
enhanced
agreed to
it is.
that, but you did.
Dear Prudence, while I went away this summer to visit my sister for 3 weeks, as she had just had a new baby, I left my 9-month-old Australian Shepherd mix, Abby, terrible name for a dog, but whatever,
It's Abby.
at home with my girlfriend. She insisted she wanted to do this for me and refused all objections. I offered to send him to a boarding service since she really spends time with the puppy. We compromised and put him in a daycare 3 times a week. Well, it was a disaster. Within the first week, I was fielding calls and texts about how the dog was too much to handle. I hired dog walkers and even considered cutting my visit to my newborn niece short. She had gotten so fed up with the puppy at one point that she admitted to hurting Abby. Holy fucking shit, what?
And it
And it felt good?
Oh my God, dude. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, that would be horrible. Like, if you genuinely love this other person, like, I can't imagine, like, it's like going on a trip, right? I'm trying to like put myself in his shoes. Like, go on a trip. Gonna see my niece. La 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 la. Taylor's watching my dog. Doesn't seem like she really wants to, but
Dealt with.
yeah.
Deal with it.
And then you imagine like calling me up, or me calling you up and saying like, "Oh, your dog, I dealt with him. He got out of line, so I corrected him."
And it felt so good.
And I'll tell you what, when I corrected him, it felt quite good.
Ew. Oh my God.
It felt good.
Okay.
Like, are you like a snidely whiplash villain? I hit the dog and it felt good.
Okay. Let me.
How did it feel? It felt good.
Now, I can understand where if the dog had nipped at you, now I wouldn't be this person, but like the dog tries to bite you or something and you smack it on the butt and you think to yourself, not that, oh, that felt good, but like you feel like you got its.
I dealt with the problem.
Yeah, like you punished the dog and it felt like, I don't know what to say. Not felt good, but like you got
Felt
revenge.
good.
Revenge. Like you got revenge or something. I can understand feeling that way.
Oh, so you would do this?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like,
you said you can understand it though. Psychopath.
well, I can also understand, like, I told you about the time that I was bullied on a bus
I want to beat Abby.
and that this girl was punching me in the head.
It's me, Taylor.
Um
I want to beat Abby.
and I didn't do anything,
Abby, I want to come beat you.
but I can understand like hitting
really.
somebody who does that and it feeling good. I wouldn't do that either, but I don't know. Anyway.
No, I don't understand. I mean, like, maybe you're like going super empathetic, but to me, if someone tells me,
What I'm saying is I can't imagine why someone would admit to it. Why would you fucking admit?
because she doesn't care.
Like I don't get
Because
it.
some
but
people like, she probably gets off on this shit. She agreed to do it. She likes the dude. Okay, I'll do it. Whatever. Probably thinking it was nothing. Like, put down dog food, pet dog, take dog out 3 times, done. And then when the reality dawned on her, she's like, this stupid fucking dog. And like, because it's an inconvenience, she immediately just goes to like abuse.
Why does she? But the problem, like the thing is like, why would she call him and like she enjoys it beyond like just like
Yeah,
I felt
like,
good because she enjoys telling him that she's hurt his dog.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like what? Like she likes not only the feeling of hurting an innocent animal, but the feeling of like hurting this person.
She also said that she got, quote, so mad at Abby, yelling at her a lot when she did something bad. I am devastated for my puppy, who was so neglected and mistreated, but I'm also devastated that this woman couldn't step to the plate for a young creature in her care. Being with my sister made me realize I'm ready for a child too.
Not with this bitch. Run.
Oh, man. But if my girlfriend can't even handle a sheepdog, how will she handle a baby? Oh, yeah. A valid question. Who the heck hurts a living being? I mean, yeah, look, come on. Plenty people are violent. People do violent shit.
A little one time. She said a little one time and then feels good.
I feel good.
Am I nuts for leaving her?
You're nuts
her
for
over this?
staying.
I don't want to say she's an unfit mother, but I can't.
You're
shake
nuts
the
if
feeling
you
it would be
stay.
true.
You're nuts if you fucking stay. If someone told me that they decided to abuse my dog because it annoyed them, I mean, I don't know what I would do. Maybe I like to say my rational brain would kick in. I would probably just tell them that they're a terrible person and how I vehemently disagree with their actions. But part of me can't say I wouldn't want to just whip their ass up and down the fucking street, dude. Like that I would want to just punch that fucking piece of shit in their fucking face. I couldn't tell you. That's probably the dumb thing to do, and the ape brain like hurt other ape. But like that's how we feel personally. If someone was abusing my dog, I wouldn't feel good about it. So I mean, like to even have to ask someone like, how do you feel about this? Like, dude, if you got to be crazy if you would even consider staying with this human being and spending one more second in their company. Like, if this doesn't tell you all you need to know about them, I don't know what will. I mean, it's a fucking glaring fucking neon sign. Like, I'm a bad person. I have no empathy. I am terrible. It's like, what else do you need? I beat a puppy.
And it felt good.
And it felt good. Are you a fucking idiot? How fucking stupid are you? Am I in the doghouse forever? If you stay, you are.
Yeah, but he goes on to say she's a very lovely person. No, she's not.
Oh no,
she's terrible.
He's out of his mind. She's a psychopath. He's out of his mind if he stays. He's probably gonna be manipulated. Let's be honest. This guy is, if he's so dumb and he has to ask this, she's already manipulated him into staying.
She's unfit for oxygen. Yep. Guys, this is the chick the dude from the last story should hire for the week while he's in Miami. She's probably too cray-cray for a lifetime relationship, but I bet she'd be fun for 7 days. Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
People
who hit dogs are not very fun.
I feel like Fatal Attraction, maybe.
When I tell my cat he's being bad, he stares at me for like a minute like I'm stupid and asks me for food. That sounds like our cats. Abort, abort, abort.
Oh, man.
Any bitch who gets wet hitting dogs needs to be dealt with. Yup.
You got some fucking serious issues. We got some more shit. Let's move on from this. I don't even know how
Peyton brings up Ben 10, where Sir Joseph Chadwick, played by Tim Curry, was abusing the galvanic mechamorph. Fucking Peyton. Galvanic mechamorph dog known as Ship. Okay, yes.
I don't agree with that either.
She's a psycho. She'd do the exact same shit to your children if she has any. If they have any, they don't. She should never spawn kids.
Fuck no.
For the children's sake, let alone her ass. Yup. Yup.
Let's move on.
I gotta find the fucking mouse again.
Got some more crazy ass shit.
There it is.
I think it's the last of our advice / I'm with the asshole. So of course we have a Karen. Like, why not?
I need to
Karen, what are you doing? Is there an injustice out there? What could it be? Is someone having fun? That person's enjoying themselves.
Right. So here we go.
Gotta give it volume.
Sure do. I'll do that first.
See that boy there riding on this track? He's enjoying life far too much. I must put a stop to it.
Okay, so this is on a track at a school?
You're about to witness a crime.
Am I?
Yes.
Is it a bad one? Proceed.
The worst.
What happened? police are coming? Why?
Because you're riding the bike on the track.
I don't think it matters though. Like, I'm just
Yeah,
trying to
it
go. I'm just trying to go play.
This is now a police matter.
She looks exactly like she should.
This is now a police. How dare you ride on this track? Even if there's like
The 80s called and they want their hair back.
dude, even if there is an actual like legitimate reason, let's say for some reason the tire treads rip up the track, and there actually is a legitimate reason. It's not a police matter. It's a matter for the school. It's only a police matter if this guy like is destroying the track and refuses to leave. Him riding on the track, which I'm pretty sure does absolutely nothing to it, is not your concern.
This is the default Karen template. Yes, it
yeah,
is.
yeah, exactly. Like choose your Karen.
Seems like an issue for the police.
Yes, send the police immediately.
Racetrack Rachel. All right. God. Oh shoot, wrong one. There it is.
Hi, we've got a kid riding a bike on the track up at Edison
I
High
think they got better things to do.
It's an emergency.
Yes, hello. We have a kid riding a bike on the high school track.
You should just hang up at that point. I mean, come on. How can you do this shit with a straight face? Like, really?
I cannot imagine ever calling the police for something like this.
We have a child frolicking in through a field. Look like they're having too much fun. Oh, yes, I'll hold. Yes, they look quite amused. They're enjoying life. I'm bitter and numb to the world. Yes, oh, please. Send the police right away. Thank you.
Why doesn't he ride around her? Fuck her. Keep going. We have a kid on a bike to an emergency responder, bruh.
Send in SEAL Team 6.
I really hope she gets arrested for filing a false police report.
Who knows?
And it's against the rules of school.
Fucking Karen, bro. Fucking Karen.
Yep.
Oh my god.
It's against the
my God,
rules
fucking
of the
Karen.
school.
He does have a zoomer haircut though.
It's like, I mean, he's not
Sorry.
wrong though. I just don't even know why someone would be so dumb at this point to do that. Like, it's so super easy just to upload these videos to a million different platforms. That just reveals like you're a total petty piece of shit.
Misuse of 911 at least.
Oh
Yeah, it's got to be because
it's beyond that. It's just like so petty to just go to the level of like, because some random kid won't listen to you as a person, that it's like, no, you know what I need to go to? Like, I need this arbitrator to come in and tell me I'm right. And this kid shouldn't be following the rules. Like, what are you, the fucking rule enforcement agency for the school?
we have a kid on a bike and like, that's against the rules of the school, right? Like how this is an emergency responder. Are they supposed to have the rule book of fucking local high schools just at the ready? Like, let me look. Okay. Let's see this. Okay. All right. So which high school is this?
Child on a bike on track.
Yes. Yep. I can see it right here, Karen. Yep. It says it right here. And then they send out police officers like to what? Handcuff him? What are you wanting from this? What does she want to happen? Does she want them to come and sternly talk to him? Or is she wanting something more? It kind of seems like she wants something more, doesn't it?
Death penalty. That's what she wants.
Kurt says he's having a hard time finding your OnlyFans. Can you post a link? It's in the description down below.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's in the description. God.
So anything else happens in this video?
I think there will be.
Does it really matter? She really calling the feds, bro.
703-861-9264.
She really calling the feds because I have a bike.
The feds? It's the county police.
Oh, really?
It's the county police.
The feds? It's the county police. It's the county police.
Well, she only said that because she wants to be right about that too. I'm right about everything. Yeah, this is really definitely a police matter when you're smiling and making jokes. Like, you can tell she's clearly just amused by this behavior. Man.
Oh my.
Just another person with no emotional maturity, no ability to be rational and just say, you know what? Does it really matter? Does it really affect me if this fucking dumb little Zoomer rides a bike around? Who gives a fuck what he's doing? mind your own fucking business. Like, how? I don't know why there's just a class of people in the world where it's just like they can't mind their own fucking business. Like, they just have to fucking pry into someone else's shit.
Bruh, calling the Fed for real, cap, no cap on God. Shoot.
As all the Zoomers speak. Yeah, she sucks.
For
Let's
real.
watch the next one. We know Karen's not gonna do anything besides.
And also, look, you ain't on this track that often. Let's be honest, bitch. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You're not on the track that often.
I don't want to bring that up, but you know.
I want to see the rest
My
of it.
God, you're so funny.
I'm walking on the track and he's riding.
I'm
his bike.
walking on the track.
We know you're only walking on the track, bitch. We know.
I'm walking
We get
on
it.
I'm walking on the track.
School rules.
It's against. It's
He's
It's
not
like-
following the school rules.
It's against the United States Constitution. I have a right to not have to share a track with a child on a bike. Amendment 17.
is there school? Like, is school going on? I'm so confused.
How old are you?
This is why.
14?
Oh my God, dude.
How old are you?
Oh God, I got this when she said that, it was just like this intense, like cringy pain that hit my stomach. Like, how old are you? Fuck. God. Jesus.
12, 14, something like
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Oh
aid you in your
my
false police
God.
report.
Oh, jeez.
Like, why would I help you? How old are you? Can you give me a general description of yourself?
This woman desperately wants to feel some sort of power or control, even if it's something as hollow as making a kid stop biking. You're totally
Oh,
right.
dude, yeah. There's so many of those videos where like Karen's trying to stop skateboarders and shit. It's like,
Fat shaming. I'm not fat shaming. Well, I guess I am, but I don't care if she's fat. The point is that she's being a bitch. So I don't know. I just feel like this need to like go after whatever physical appearance deficiency she has, you know.
you're evil.
If she was being a nice person, I wouldn't fucking care. But I'm gonna
You
go
are
after her.
pure, unadulterated evil, Taylor.
I just be like, shut up, bitch. Keep riding my bike. Yeah, I don't see. That's the thing is I don't like. You know what? I had this feeling the other day, and I told you about it at Taco Bell because they couldn't find her order, and I had this feeling that they were wanting to catch some sort of reaction from me. Like it almost seemed like because they were coming at me not hostilely, but kind of close to that, saying, "Oh, well, it was the fact that the order was put under an email or something and not a name." The point is that it seemed like all the people in the Taco Bell came up to the front, like 10, 12 of them, right? When it should have only been like one or two. But it seemed like they were waiting to see if I had some kind of Karen reaction about not having the food. And that's the problem with this is that I feel like back in the day that he would just said, "Shut up, bitch," and kept riding his bike. But now everybody wants to have that. I had a Karen call the police on me. You know, look, I'm a minority and this white bitch won't leave me alone. But you can just fucking leave, you know, also. I'm not saying you're the wrong one. I'm just saying that wouldn't it be better just to fucking leave instead of engaging with this bitch who isn't worth your time, right?
Oh, well, of course. I mean,
You know, because after I didn't engage with those
it-
Taco Bell people,
like-
they were nice.
it's like the people that film themselves going around giving money to homeless people. Is it cool that they help someone in need? Like, undoubtedly. Why did there need to be a camera there? I think we all know the reason why, because you want attention for what you're doing. You know, so
Right.
obviously people are attention seeking, and obviously that's an element to all of these videos.
I mean, also, yeah, it's a
Unless
track.
it's a
Like,
big-
you don't need to be riding your bike on the track.
Unless it's a big public spectacle or
Right.
something, you know. But like stuff like this, yeah. I mean, this dude probably knew he could get this reaction,
Yeah, it kind of seems like it.
but she also is
Right.
giving him the reaction. So I mean, yeah, that's the nature of social media. I think it's a fair point to make.
It's
though.
not like she could catch up to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he does not have to stay and talk to her. I mean, like, it's like if some random person comes up to you, like, on the street trying to sell you something. Most people aren't going to stay, like, I have to talk to you because you're talking to me. You're just going to keep walking. Same thing with this Karen. You could obviously go around her. Like, now, if she was grabbing him, like, now I've seen videos like that where people do try to do that. And genuinely what happens is that they're just like, no, you're not going anywhere, which
Oh,
is, that's
God.
different. That's different. That's basically someone's like, I'm basically going to, like, batter you to keep you here over this trivial matter. So,
Freak House says I was being racially profiled as a Karen. It kind of seemed like it was. I will say that all the people in there were not white, which whatever, but I I was totally nice to him the whole time. Like, let's figure this out. Like, we can't find the order, no problem. Let's figure it out. What's going on? You know? But and after I was nice and then it was all good. But
Oh, they almost like
it was like they were pushing,
you-
like they were trying to push it.
you know what it is? It's because like it's a defense mechanism because people will do that to them all the time. So like
They ain't gonna catch it from me.
what I'm saying what happens is when when this usually happens like that, your adrenaline starts pumping because like your heart starts beating because like, oh shit, I have to deal with this person who might come yell at me or lose their shit.
I get it, yeah.
So like all that started happening. So it's like it's basically in like involuntary response to stress. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I gotta deal with this. Cause like it stresses people out when you come yell at them. Cause it's like you don't want someone like losing their shit on you. It's basically because they're overly stressed, you're overly stressed, it stresses everybody. It's a physiological reaction. So you have that. So like when you did that, but when you were like, okay, it's all good, and they realized you weren't going to do that to them, that's when they were cool.
Yeah.
Because
That's what it was. That's what it was.
Basically, like they had to okay.
I don't think it has to do with what I look like. I think it has exactly like you said. Like usually their orders, like people come in, there's not a problem.
Why the fuck didn't this happen? You know,
yeah,
like.
But then when there is a problem, they've dealt with those people.
A lot of people don't have that emotional range where they can like when they get really upset, they can't dial it down. And I mean, like everyone's been guilty of that probably at one point, except like unless you're a very calm, composed person, unless you're like one of those people where it's like, I don't nothing fucking is gonna take me off an even keel. Like that's very easy to go to that. So when you deal with that all the time, which people in these service industries do, because there's a lot of stressed people in the world. There's a lot of people who have, if something goes wrong, they're not able to control their emotions. They're just going to express like, you're my problem. You're the problem I can deal with because you fucked up. And now I feel socially enabled to punish you. So a lot of times those people feel powerless themselves. I mean, that's not always. There's people who are obviously, you know, high social status people who treat people like shit just because they can. But I mean, that's I think why you got the reaction you did, because they were primed for it. They were primed to just, you know, because it's obviously they've experienced that time and time again.
Bloodless says my warm maternal instinct kicked in. But then Victor gives the actual reason why I was nice, which is server PTSD. Dude, yeah, no, I was like, nope, I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to, because first of all, I wasn't mad. I don't get mad in situations like that.
I know people like I've never been like that, but I know people are like that.
Server PTSD.
Because every time I go to a place, if something is messed up, I get apologized to like 50 times.
Yeah, I'm like, please stop.
And they're like, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry that this took. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, okay, well, it's whatever. You know, like I know members like whatever. I don't give a fuck. Like. Shit happens, you know.
Scotty also knows that because I'm overly nice to anybody that works in a customer service position, I get tons of free shit.
That's
Am I
true.
wrong?
That's true.
Yep, sure do. Because I'm a nice person. I'm a good person.
Do you feel special? Oh, you're so good.
I'm so good.
Good.
Everyone talk about how good I am.
Oh wow, Taylor.
Talk about how good I am, because I need thanks, you know? Kind of like the first guy who needed thanks for feeding a hungry child. I need thanks for being like just nice, you know? Oh my God, how
I
radical.
don't go for nice. I just go to fast and efficient to the point and gone.
I will say this.
That's what I want. That's what I want in all those interactions. I don't want to be mean to anybody. I don't want to be their friend.
Taylor good.
I want they have to do with it what they have to do. I want to give them the information quickly, the process to be over as quickly as possible, because like I'm just a person, like I want to keep to myself. Like
Scotty's got heart. Scotty does.
But like, see, that's to me the ideal transaction. Now, Taylor, some people like just like they like want to talk to people. They seek that out in the world. They're like, let me tell you, like as people ask Taylor how she's doing, like they legitimately don't know her, and it'll be some like, here's my life story. And I'm just like, to me, someone that's like very closed off about themselves personally when it comes to like talking about like
it's true.
It's like to me, it's like a bizarre experience. Like, well, I've got a horrible blister, you know.
Shut up! I only did that one time.
And it's like, let me tell you, I'm just like, what? How can you tell? Like, I don't know. But you know, it's good because you get to learn everyone's different.
Thank you. My virtue signal has officially been acknowledged. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is true though. I can't even help it. I think it's because I take things like very literally. So Scotty will be, we're getting a fucking drink somewhere, and then they're like, "How are you doing?" Well, actually, I'm not doing that well because.
And it's funny because you know most times,
or I'm
like,
doing great because we just did this and this and this, and what are you doing? Oh, we did this too. Like I'm going to do it, whatever. So
it's like a 50-50 experience. It's like you'll get people that are like you that like, oh my God, conversation. Yes, please. And then, cause like, obviously it's like, you're breaking the mold of the customer. Cause most customers are not going to give you a real answer. Just like, good. Yes. Thank you. Bye. And Taylor's like, I want to be your friend. Or she gets like, and this one Taylor will get mad.
I think I'm a golden retriever sometimes.
Is when you talk to somebody that they won't talk, but then they'll be like, okay. Mm-hmm.
It does. It hurts my feelings.
And then Taylor's like,
what's wrong with him? What did I do?
oh my God. I remember specifically there was this woman at a Whole Foods who would go to Whole Foods.
She was so mean to me.
And she was mean to Taylor. So I'd always go through a line and she would always do this. She'd go, okay. Sometimes she would talk to me. I would just go, no matter what she said, okay. And at first she didn't get it, but then she realize what I was doing. So she, like every time she would check out, she just like would have the maddest look on her face. I'm like, okay. Okay. Okay.
I think it was because I asked her something. Like I was asking her how her day was, and she was like, okay. Like, okay, well,
okay.
I'm trying to be nice to you, dumb bitch.
Yeah, and like I don't know. I usually don't care that much, but I was like, how dare you offend Taylor?
Has Scotty ever yelled at a waiter, waitress for poor service? We had a terrible waitress or server at
I don't
Logan's, but we didn't yell at her.
No, I'm not gonna.
Not Logan's. What was that place? Longhorn Steakhouse, which is terrible.
Yeah, we went to a Longhorn and we literally just had someone who was very hostile and obviously had other issues going on in their life.
Yeah,
we're like,
because I mean, we just asked for a different.
She was just literally like angry, like when you talk to her, like you just like she was just angry and she had to like just like scowl.
She slammed
on her face.
our drinks down. That's what started it. We're like, okay, well,
and yeah, then I went up. I'm like, can I talk to the manager? I was like, I'm like, look, I don't know what's going on with her day, but obviously she's not having a good one, and we just don't really want that experience.
To be fair, it wasn't just like if you're thinking like, oh, she slammed drinks down and we're asking for a manager. That wasn't it. It was like actively was being hostile, like to us. You know,
yeah, like we're
we're like, hey, do you have the only good thing at Longhorns is the chicken wings. And so we're like, hey, do you guys have those wings? They're so good. And she's like, no. Like, fuck. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, just rude, like, and really angry, like
really angry.
Which I've only had that a couple times where someone's like just been so upset that they just can't get over it. Like that's the only thing they can keep on their mind. So they're just carrying that anger with them to every conversation, everything. Because I know it wasn't us, because we never knew her. We never met her. Like, there's no actual connection between us besides the fact that we happened to go there at that time.
Right.
So I had to be like,
we got a new server and she was great.
Yeah, and we're just like, yeah, can we just have some? Because the way I figured it is this, it's like,
I remember what we said too, because we didn't even ask for manager. We grabbed the nearest not grabbed, but we were like,
no,
hey,
I asked for the manager.
But you asked a different server. You didn't ask her.
No, I went to the front.
Oh, is that what? Okay. Well, I remember telling them, we were like, we just think she's having a bad day, or something. Like, can we have somebody
that was
else?
obvious she was having a bad day.
Yeah.
I don't think that, I mean, like, or she's horribly suited for that industry.
Yeah, I don't see how she could be personally mad at us.
Yeah,
anyway.
I don't know. But yeah, that's probably the closest we've ever come to that. Like, I just don't really think it would be all that productive to go and have a screaming match with somebody in public. Like, I don't see how that's going to end up making anything better. Like, I'm just not that kind of person. Like, it'd have to be pretty egregious for me to go yell at somebody.
Worst customer service I had was a cashier at Safeway was slamming all my stuff and broke my eggs. Fuck, dude.
Okay, that's fucked
horrible.
Up. You can't like fucking with people's food is beyond the pale. Like, there's a lot of shit you can do, but you don't fuck with somebody's food, even if you don't like them. Whatever, it's like you can't just go and like smash somebody's shit up and be like, here you go. It's like, fuck you. I'm like, that's going and getting thrown back at your fucking face.
She had a worse one after you got her fired. I didn't need to get her fired because that Longhorns like closed down. Like, what was it, 2 weeks or 3 weeks after that?
I mean,
it was really close.
It wasn't long after it shut down. I don't know if it was that close, but it was like maybe a few more months. But yeah, it'd gone out of business.
It wasn't like nobody ever really went there. But this one right here, the slam and the stuff. Me and Scotty went to a Panda. What was it? Panda Express.
Oh yeah, and they did that to us.
Well, she wasn't even mad. She was just like, it was one of those places where people are just talking to everybody else, but the people that are.
It was a click.
It was a click, dude. And so we order our stuff, and and she slams the trays down because she's talking and they're like laughing and giggling, and like half my food goes off the plate. Like, is you gonna put some more? I didn't say that, but like, bitch, I'm hungry. What is this?
It's like,
Are you gonna put some on there? And she just handed it like, here you go. I'm missing half my food now. Anyway, so
Yeah, but they also didn't have any ice at that place. It was a horrible experience. Like why don't we even go to Panda Express? Like, don't do it.
chain steakhouses kind of suck, except for Texas Roadhouse, which I've also worked at, but it's filled with pedophiles, just so you know. Anyway,
In other news,
18-year-old high school student says he's not feeling. Let's just watch. Oh,
so
yeah.
basically they wanted this kid to do something, he wouldn't do it, and
Okay.
then he goes and does something else, and they're like, I guess they get mad because of that because he lied, but I mean he's a teenager, so of course he's gonna lie about some shit he doesn't want to do. Like, we're gonna watch the video.
You're a racist motherfucker, and I'll kick your.
Whoa! Oh my god, that started out so strong.
I think the news article, I guess this started because like they said this teen, like they confronted him about that because like he didn't want to do whatever
He didn't want to do PE, basically.
Well, we can pull the article. I don't want to give you crappy secondhand stuff. We'll watch the video first.
Okay.
And he says, you're a racist motherfucker, and I'll kick your fucking ass. Quote. I asked you why you didn't play. You told me you didn't feel well. I didn't buck on your name. I
So
said,
obviously,
okay.
the PE teacher is asserting that that's what the student said.
Okay, so they're white and the student is black. Is that what this
Yeah,
is?
and he's basically saying
This is the student?
I believe so.
Damn, they get to wear clothes that aren't.
Well, it depends on where it is. You know what I mean?
That's so cool.
I believe this in this article or this thread though, someone posted a link to the news story about this.
It's fine. Next thing you know, the basketballs come out, and now you're on the floor. So I came up to you, and I was like, I thought you were sick when we were playing kickball. Now you're not sick anymore. If I came at you, you know it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm 50 years old. I'm too old for that stuff, okay? You call me racist, I'm the least racist person in the school. Yeah.
Look, believe me, I'm the least racist person you've ever met. He went with the Trump. I'm the least racist person of all.
I mean, this kid does sound like a shit though, and
He could be a shit. I mean, I don't know.
he sounds like, well, he's sick, but all of a sudden he's out there playing basketball. He didn't want to do the activity that they had. I get you don't want to do the structured activities or whatever.
Yeah, but you know what? At the end of the fucking day, is it worth like making it a big issue about? Like, if you
No, it doesn't.
yeah, it's like he doesn't want to do it. It's like, well, he's just a bad student. Whatever.
I will say this: I worked at the Louisiana Youth Challenge Program, which is, that it's
you do a bunch of shit ass kids.
Yeah, it's for troubled or at-risk youth, which means that they're at risk of dropping out of school, or they're at risk of they're at risk of going to jail again because most of them have been to jail.
Right.
And I don't know, so I guess we got to watch the full thing.
Yeah, Taylor, you don't even know.
But I've just seen this
Trying
kind
to
of
make
shit
a
where
bunch
they're
of
like,
excuses for
I'm just saying,
criminals.
what they're saying is that he said he was too sick to do it, but now all of a sudden he can play basketball.
Yeah, and then when the coach confronts him,
Then he
like,
calls him a racist.
You're a racist. Let's fight. He's
I'm
all
just saying
bowing
I've
up.
had the girls that were in my platoon that I was over because I was a cadre, which is like a drill sergeant, call me racist just because I'm telling them that they need to do something. Like, no, bitch, no, I'm not. Or of course I'm not going to say that to them, but whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to call them a bitch.
But obviously you were a racist, right?
No. It'd be like getting them ready in the morning to go to school, and I'm not going to school, fat bitch. And it's like, all right, well.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to mute your mic.
You have to go outside and do PT until you're ready to do it. Oh, you're racist then. No, you're the only one giving me problems.
I'm racist because you don't want to, like, you're at this program and you okay, before you guys ask,
yeah,
it's voluntary. No one forced you to go.
Yeah, no one's forcing you to be here.
It's basically like a diversion from like you're gonna go back to jail kind of shit. It's like you have to get your life on track. You're an at-risk youth is what they would call it.
I just tell them, I'm like, look, you can think all you want to, but I promise you, nobody fucking gives a shit about you more than the female cadre here. Promise you, 100%. So anyway,
yeah, I mean,
I had to teach. It was so bad. And I've told you about this. I've had to teach some of those girls how to wash themselves. Okay, I've had to explain to them that they can't use children's toothpaste, like children's non-fluoride toothpaste, and that's like doing the front to like having to teach them do front to back wiping, like simple shit that their parents should have taught them but didn't, you know? And so
enough
like,
for your hippy dippy liberal.
but
crap.
anyway, I'm just saying. So we'll just have to say.
That's anybody around here. Don't call me racist. As a teacher, you're my student.
I gave you your answer.
I'm not arguing.
And you sometimes I got to tell you I was
Okay.
I'm just excusing myself. Anything else you want to come from? If you want to talk to
right now.
anybody, I got a lawyer. Get your hands off of me.
I said, hold on.
You got 5 seconds to get your
What
hands
the
off
fuck
me.
are you going to do?
You got 5 seconds to
What
get
you
your
gonna
hands
do?
on me.
Hold on one second. No, dude, no, this is some bullshit.
Shit.
This kid's being a shit ass, dude. You're in fucking high school and the guy is trying to calm you down, and your first thing to say is you got 5 seconds to get your hands off me? Or what? Or what? You're gonna attack a fucking a teacher?
Well, it's a cop, I believe.
You're gonna attack a cop?
Yeah.
For what? He's trying.
That's
It seems like
also
this cop is trying to de-escalate the situation. I'm not trying to be a bootlicker. I'm just saying.
Whether you're a bootlicker or not, we all know this is probably a bad thing for him to do. Whether he's in the right or in the wrong, because of the police history of dealing with people in minority groups, you have to understand that this kid is making potentially a fatally bad decision. Whether he's right or wrong, in the middle, doesn't matter. The results speak for themselves as far as what occurs. So obviously, he's a teenager, though. He's amped up. He thinks like, whatever, I can beat his ass, and that's clearly what he's going for here. Like, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, okay, maybe you will, but that's not obviously with an authority figure like a cop. He's not going to put up with that. Because he feels empowered. So now you're gonna have a confrontation almost certainly.
What you gonna do?
You got 5 seconds to get your
What
hands
you
on me. I
gonna
ain't
do?
going to do nothing. You going to
Exactly.
get your ass.
All right, man. Take the backpack off. We finna go to jail. Don't resist
All right,
me.
now look, come on, dude. See, this is where it's bullshit. This is where it's bullshit. The kid doesn't want to do it. He's being a shit ass, but you're
arresting him.
But you're arresting him though. He's still a kid. He's in high school. I get he's 18 or whatever, but you have escalated this now. Okay, when he says the bullshit with the like, oh, you got 5 seconds, tell him to get the fuck out. Tell him to go to the principal's office and suspend whatever you need to do. But don't fucking tell him you're gonna arrest him. See, this is where you guys fucking fuck up right here. And then they have to go to fucking YCP, and then the fucking people I used to work with have to fucking fuck with them. You know?
The reality is that he's 18.
This kid's a dumbass. I agree.
But he doesn't have the emotional maturity to control his behavior. And what the irrational adult should do in this situation is de-escalate it until such time where he can be calm and rationally think about this. Like, look, this is why this happened. Everyone amped up saying you need to do this and do that. Like, this is why you're going to have these things where it's like, I'm not going to comply. And of course, you grab somebody by the neck and start grabbing them, and I'm going to arrest you. I mean, of course, there's going to be an altercation, and I've clearly we're seeing him resisting arrest here.
Don't resist me. Don't do it.
The reason that's going to happen is now, if he fights, he's going to get resisting with violence charge.
Oh, he pulled him by his hair. Why is he?
Yeah. So now it's an additional charge.
Now,
that goes
whatever
with
he
it.
did, all the fucking fuckery that he just did, it doesn't matter because you guys took it to a level so fucking extreme that it doesn't matter what the fuck he did.
Yeah, because now he did
because
this.
now you're pulling a young boy by his hair, or young man, right? You've gone beyond this.
Well, but now in a legal sense too. But now that this is he opened up a whole can of worms. So like whatever the other thing was probably the most bullshit charge, like disturbing the peace, disorderly conduct, like a misdemeanor. And now they can potentially charge him with a felony for resisting arrest with violence, which is now a whole separate thing that's just opened up because that's another criminal charge. That's why every cop, when they try to arrest you, if you see this, stop, sir, don't resist. Don't think about resisting because it's illegal. They're basically trying to legally set themselves up for you resisted arrest.
Take the badge off.
You going to put the badge back on like the camera you should have been?
Take the
Why
badge
is you
off.
still holding me, man?
Because
you just
detain you in
threw
handcuffs.
me around.
Because you didn't listen. I told you to get up.
I didn't have no right to be treated the way you treated me. Why are you still holding me?
Take the bag off. Take the bag off.
So now he's pepper spraying him. Oh man, this just seems so unnecessary to deal with.
Y'all didn't have to do any of this shit.
With
Y'all didn't have to do any of this. I'm telling you don't have to, because I dealt with 60 plus fucking 60, not one, 60 girls, most of whom have been to jail 1, 2, sometimes 3 times. Okay. You didn't have to do this. You know what you do? You don't want to do PE. You're saying you're sick, but you playing basketball? Not a problem. You fail. Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
Give them consequences like that. Say, you know what? You are going to, however many points you're supposed to get this day, you get 0. That's what you get. Okay. Why did you involve cops from the school?
I know, this is like ridiculous.
Why on earth would you pepper spray someone for not taking off a backpack? He's 18, and now you put him in fight, flight, freeze, fawn, whatever. You put him in fight or flight mode. Now he really doesn't want to do it because you've pulled him by his hair, right? You have embarrassed the fuck out of him in front of his peer group. Okay. So he's not going to comply because their bodies won't even let them. He's trying to do anything to get away from you.
I mean, I just don't know why it would go to the level of like, even if the kid did that, involving the police, that just doesn't seem like a solution that makes any sense. I mean, so the guy saying he's not racist, it's kind of a big question mark there. And I wouldn't say that just normally just because like, oh, there's a racial difference, but because like there's a black student and he supposedly is unruly. And because he's unruly,
he was unruly to begin with.
He wants to call. Well, I didn't see the beginning of it, so maybe he was. But I mean, like, but the fact you're going to involve law enforcement when he hasn't really done anything, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something else in the video that he did.
Maybe,
you know, maybe he actually did threaten this teacher or grab him or punch him or something. Because if something like that happened,
but at the beginning they were saying that he didn't do PE because he said he was sick, and then he's out there playing basketball.
When we talk about it, like, is the right tool for this job a police officer? And it does. The answer just doesn't apparently seem to be yes. This seems like this is a social worker. This seems like this is someone else that, you know, a counselor that needs to intercede, as opposed to law enforcement. That's what I'm saying. So that's where the fuck up comes, is that why is law enforcement involved in a high school matter? Unless there's like an obvious felony being like, you know, this kid's pulling out a gun or a weapon or something. That's different. Like, let's keep watching.
Take it off. Take it off.
He can't take it off, you fuckwad.
I'm gonna take the bag off. We can get you decontaminated once the backpack is off. You're still gonna resist.
You've put him in fight or flight.
You want it some more, dude? Because that's fine. I got a whole can. Take the bag off. Why did you harass me?
His body's trying to protect himself. He can't do it.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Why involving law enforcement in a high school? I mean, this is just
what makes him incapable of taking off the bag, because he just got pepper sprayed, and more importantly, all the actions of these grown-ass fucking men, and they've said it themselves, they're 50 years old, and they don't understand that an 18-year-old boy has got hormones like rushing through his body at all fucking times. Okay. Not to say that excuses him being a shit ass. But what I'm saying is when you escalate it to, I'm going to take you to jail, and then pull him by his hair,
because he's trying to
pepper spraying.
He's trying to exert control over what he can still control, and he can control this bag enough. So it's difficult. It's difficult to pull it away from him. So this is like a desperate, like, let me hold on to this because this guy wants me to comply, but obviously I don't want to. So this is another, like, it's basically more power playing. It's a power dynamic thing for sure. And you see that a lot of times with stuff like this, because this cop feels like, I'm authority figure. It's unquestionable.
Whoa. What the fuck? I can't breathe. All of them do that. Get him the fuck out of here, or I'll get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out. You're gone.
You can ban him. Yeah.
I want it to be charitable with the conservative shit. Get the fuck out. You're not going to play that shit here. 100%. No.
Yeah, that's a troll.
Yeah.
That's a troll.
No. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Don't ever come back here. Are you fucking kidding me?
They're a troll.
Them? Get the fuck out of
They're-
here. You're disgusting.
Let's not even give them the time of day. That person clearly is they're looking for a reaction.
I was gonna give him one because you were talking to him. Yeah, that's a no-go.
No,
100%
we're not
instant
answering
ban.
that.
Nope.
We know you're a troll. You're banned from the channel. If you come back, we're just gonna ban you again.
Yep.
So-
Goodbye. Goodbye. Anyway, what it was.
Oh no! Now it's time. Keep going.
Wow.
Let's just watch the video. Let's just finish this. Okay, this is just overkill now. He's jamming a nightstick in, trying to was he trying to break his arm?
He's trying to get the bag out because the cop is now
it's
trying
not-
to exert control.
It's not.
Let go of the
It's not
bag.
necessary.
So give me the stuff.
I'm
Give me
not
your
resisting
hand.
if I'm minding my own
Why do you need the
business.
bag?
And I kept telling you to let go of me. If you stop fighting me.
Dude, chill out. All right, man.
And you sprayed me with mace in the middle of me talking.
Let's stand up. Let's go.
You ain't making me feel safe.
1, 2, 3. Stand
You
up.
do not make me feel safe. I said
1, 2, 3.
plenty
Stand
of
up.
times, could you please let go of me and remove yourself from me so I can get myself together?
Come on, man.
Fucking Christ, man. This is
Yes.
just.
This is exactly what we're talking about. If this was a grown ass man, whether he was probably right or not, if he had any real sense of self-worth and value, would not be sobbing he might be 18, but he still has the fucking mentality of a kid, really. If we're just being honest here, this is just classic fucking teenage defiance. This is what this is. And at every point where it could be de-escalated or dealt with in a different way, it was amped up. Literally, let me take a baton or a nightstick and try to fucking force your arm back from your elbow using leverage to try to stop this. For a fucking bag. It's a fucking high school student.
They have to take the bag. They don't know what's in it. It's a cop rule.
Oh, I'm not saying that they shouldn't get the bag.
No, but they can wait a fucking second because
I'm
none of this
saying-
should have happened
Yeah,
anyway.
but what we're saying is that obviously they should get the bag at some point, but unless the kid's I've got a gun or is lunging for the bag, there's probably a way to de-escalate it, and that's what we're saying here. I don't think there's any argument that this is probably not really a law enforcement thing. Even if this kid is acting up or acting this way, there's got to be a better solution than sending a cop here to do all this to him. You don't think this is going to be traumatic? Let's say he's totally wrong. Even if he is wrong, it's still a net negative on society to do shit like this. Even if this kid, he should have just complied and should have done this. You're probably right.
Anyone would cry if they got maced and attacked in
Yeah.
their own school. Yep.
Yeah, it's you're probably right. You know what? But you
He's
could say
saying
that-
he can't
but-
breathe.
But you could say that almost anybody. Oh, if they just done the right thing. Well, of course, if they just done the right thing.
Right. But it's I don't know if any of you have gotten fucking pepper sprayed, but I have. Not only have I been accidentally pepper sprayed by the Bossier Parish Fire Department. Okay.
Fucking-
Okay, I'll tell the story really quick. I was babysitting a kid and we walked to a nearby school, which happened to be right near a police and EMS fire it was like a school. It was or a training facility, right? And they let loose a pepper bomb, right? They're these they're used for clearing out a house, right? They accidentally set it
These
off
dumb ass firefighters around here.
with the
Whoops.
doors open of this training facility, right? It's like a fake house that they do the bomb in. And so it was, like I said, this place was right across from the playground, the school that we were at. And immediately, me and this 7-year-old child that I'm babysitting could not breathe. Okay. We couldn't see. Me and her had carried water bottles with us because it's the middle of summer. And so it was so bad. We're drowning ourselves, putting water in our nose and in our eyes and in our mouth, trying to get it out. And it took at least an hour to not feel intense burning. So you just pepper sprayed him right in the fucking face. He can't breathe. It's fucking hard to breathe. It's not pepper, really. It's chemicals that make you burn, right? Not only that, but during basic training, most people know that you have to do gas training. And that is basically pepper spray, It's like a pepper bomb that they let off. And it's fucking intense. And you're coughing and you're crying and you're you're salivating, and so you're like spitting out mucus and shit. You can't hardly breathe at all. So that's what he's talking about.
Yet again, just this doesn't need. This shouldn't happen like this. You need someone besides a cop.
This kid clearly has issues. A goon with a stick is not the person to deal with this,
No,
right?
definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely
right.
not. We got some more stuff. I want to get through it because we probably got to wrap this up soon.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I don't want to get through.
Our dog is breathing so hard, and my stomach's growling. So
my tummy's growling.
My tummy's growling.
I love this one, dude.
I've seen this one.
Oh, I love this one. Okay. This is just entitlement overload. Like, I just there's people out there that make you just like realize that humanity is fucked, and this is one of them.
Was it pepper or CS gas? What is CS gas?
I don't think she knows.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm
I
not
want
a
to see.
gas expert.
I want to see the freaking brat throw a fit.
Okay. Let's see. I'll restart it and I'll turn that up and I'll turn that there. And we'll go back and boom.
I didn't touch you, man.
Not that long ago, and I can't stand another man.
I actually didn't hear this part, so now I know.
Well, no one.
He's like, no one touched you.
I'm gonna restart this. Okay, I'll be quiet.
Fucking touch.
I didn't touch you, man.
Not that long ago, and I can't stand another man touching me.
Well, no one did that. Is this a prank?
I mean, I don't know if what she's saying is true or not, but that doesn't justify your behavior. If like you're so triggered by being around anybody that you can't handle it, especially like the context of this, from my understanding, is the guy said she just cut in front of him and then started throwing a fit when he's like, hey, you just cut the line. And all this comes with it, like, you touched me. It's like, I highly doubt this guy went out of his way to touch her. That seems pretty out of line. I don't think most people would actually grab somebody and be like, you cut me in line. That sounds like hardly anyone would do that.
Why is she wearing a 5-year-old's backpack? I really don't know.
This is probably someone who's very mentally ill.
Yeah.
Just go ahead of me. You know, like, if I'm giving you my honest reaction, I don't want to deal with this. I don't care that much. If it just ends the conversation to say, let Crazy McCrazerson go ahead, I'm probably just going to do it.
I mean, if you really have that intense of a reaction about seeing men, which I totally understand, seriously, you should not go out in public until you get the necessary treatment, you know,
if that's even going on
the case.
I mean, it's when someone comes across as crazy, it's hard to know. Maybe there are. I
mean, this isn't, normal.
Maybe this is
regardless.
maybe this is the truth. Maybe it's not, but it's still just not the way you need to handle yourself.
He won't go away. He needs to go away. He's the fucking problem.
I need a
Actually, I think at this point you're the problem.
I still got.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's like, let me take you to another register.
It's like, I gotta leave. No, we're just gonna take you to another register. Right.
Yeah.
She threw some of my stuff.
That's probably a smart decision.
I hell if I know.
He's just trying to get that freaking bat dog suit, dude.
Wow. All the man wanted was a bat dog suit, and this is what he has to put up with.
He wanted to dress up as
This is
a little
why you don't
dog.
go to Walmart.
This is exactly
This
why
is
we don't
why
go to Walmart.
you don't go to Walmart. Because I'm sorry, this shit's gonna happen if you go. If you go to Walmart, you're just tempting fate. You're tempting fate. It's buying its time. It's like, you want to come to Walmart. Eventually, you're gonna see some crazy shit, and you will. It's like, look, store burning down. People keep shopping. Active shooter. You got to get those discounts.
CS gas, aka
Yeah.
tear gas. Yeah,
Tear
maybe
gas.
it was.
Yeah, tear
I'm not
gas
sure.
in the Walmart. Keep on shopping.
Tear
keep
gas
on
to
rolling.
Walmart. You're me crying in that Walmart, but yeah.
People are not going to stop shopping at
I'm so
Walmart,
sorry.
even if it's tear gas.
You're not sorry.
She wasn't sorry when she cut in line and then screamed
Oh shit. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I didn't see you.
to make it.
Oh, you didn't see the
Okay,
person
now-
in front of you.
See, this is where I start to think that your story before was bullshit, because now you're not screaming. Now you're like, "Oh, I didn't see you." So now you're at a normal talking voice.
Yeah, you've changed
You're starting to change the tone.
I've been called out, so I'm gonna try to use like what I think is perceived status by saying that I'm a rape victim. It's like
And that's really fucking sad,
you're
dude.
a piece of garbage, dude. You're trying to use something horrible that other people have experienced and try to use as a shield against criticism of your behavior. Wow, that's a pretty low thing to do, and
It's
that
really
speaks a
low.
lot about your character as a human being.
I just asked her if she saw anyone in line. That's an
You
adult.
leave. You leave. No, you go on. If they want to take me to another register where I don't have to wait, then sure. But if not, I'm gonna wait right here. You can. Yeah, you can have your meltdown. Go throw yourself on the ground and cry like a little baby, and throw a big old fit so everyone can see.
I cannot believe she pulled that fucking card though.
And then this, you're making it worse. It's like she's escalating it, but then saying he's the one doing it because he just won't simply just vanish. It's like it's a shared space. There's no reason for him. He's also a customer in the store.
You are the prime candidate for ordering your groceries, never leaving your house, never dealing with others in society because no one wants you there. Okay?
Yeah.
You're making it worse. Okay?
Yeah, she's making this Walmart worse.
We don't
If
want
that's
you out here.
How it's even possible, I'm not really sure, but this proves it is. You can make a Walmart worse than it is naturally.
That girl's vocal cords are the real victims here. Dude, even just like doing that quietly, it hurt, you know?
Let's see where this goes. Let's see where this concludes.
Jesus.
I'm just talking.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Give this fucking baby a bottle.
This one needs Chalky Baba, bro.
You need your Chalky Baba.
Listen to this.
I wish I could see her face. Oh god, I wish I could see her face right now. He's screaming like a banshee.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Oh.
Man, you get what a show, dude. You just thought you were gonna get some cheap. You thought you were just gonna buy some cheap made in China shit. Instead, you got some cheap made in China shit.
I think I'm going to open up my audio mixer and I'm going to add that scream to like some Chelsea Grin music, you know, some Chelsea Grin song.
Let's see what else we got here.
Because that was very metal. Okay.
Ugh, I just don't know how you do it. I don't know how some people do that shit.
Elton John awarded medal by Joe Biden for his work to end AIDS. Singer moved to tears. We love Elton John here, okay?
And look, I'm sure Biden is somewhat coherent when he gives him the award.
Sorry. I wish I could stop coughing.
Play it. Play it.
It's my great honor, and I mean this sincerely, to present the National Humanities Medal to Sir Elton John.
Look, I don't agree with many.
Face.
I don't agree with many of Joe Biden's choices, but this one I agree with.
I love him so much.
Major Yang, please read the citation.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. The President of the United States awards this National Humanities Medal to Sir Elton John for moving our souls with his powerful voice in one of the defining songbooks of all time. An enduring icon and advocate of absolute courage, who found purpose to challenge convention, shatter stigma, and advance the simple truth that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity and respect.
Biden's so confused.
Biden, where are you?
Biden's like, do I have shiny object now? Who do I give it to? My wife? No. That one. Give it to Elton John, baby.
I want to hug Elton John so bad.
I think we surprised him.
That's great thing about Joe Biden. He's always surprised.
First Lady, I'm never flabbergasted, but I'm flabbergasted and humbled and honored by this incredible award from the United States of America. I will treasure this so much, and it will make me double my efforts to make sure this disease goes away. Your kindness America's kindness to me as a musician is second to none. But in the war against AIDS and HIV, it's even bigger. And I can't thank you enough. I'm really emotional about this. Thank you.
What a nice moment.
That is a nice moment.
By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS fight HIV/AIDS.
Oh shit! We're spending $6 billion to help AIDS. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. I was cool with it, but of course Biden ruined it. He's like, we're spending $6 billion to help AIDS. Like, whoa. Wait a minute. We're helping AIDS? I thought we were fighting AIDS. I was cool with fighting AIDS, helping AIDS.
I gotta go back on that.
I'm not. Maybe I misheard it.
Way. It's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS fight HIV/AIDS.
Well, he said to help AIDS to fight HIV/AIDS.
Well, we're gonna help. We're gonna pay AIDS to fight AIDS. Oh no, this is not gonna work, Taylor. It's gonna pretend to like, oh yeah, I got AIDS on the ropes. I'm winning. Oh man, Joe Biden, how'd you fuck this up, dude? How'd you mess
Biden's
this
PR
up?
team be like, I know, and they've been doing so good, dude. They've been doing so good. They've been handling his Twitter. They've been writing his speeches like, look, here's a banger. And he's like, okay. And he finally does it because somebody put some pep juice in his shit. I don't know. But they've been like just hitting it out the park, like just fucking left and right with that Ted Cruz shit, with him talking about like how they're like enemies to America, talking about Republicans and QAnoners, crazy people. They've been doing great. And then he fucking has one of the most brilliant musicians right next to him. And he says, we're going to spend billions to help AIDS. What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's doing a good job.
Helping AIDS, this is a Republican measure, right? The horror in his eyes says it all.
Like, you're helping AIDS? He's like, wait a minute.
Look at Elton John's face, bro. He's like,
Elton John's like, I was like baited and switched here. Like, look, we're spending $6 billion to help AIDS. It's like, wait, what?
We're gonna get AIDS in every person. Every American will have AIDS.
Wow. Okay. Well, good job. God bless America.
I love how Elton John said wow because he knew that was a fucking flub. Dude, look at him say it. Look, watch. Hold on. It's like, wow, okay.
Okay, well.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, these things happen.
Yeah, these things do happen. Idiot tries to whip it through a corner.
You must whip it.
Followed up by this shit. I'm guessing this is pretty fast. So
Oh,
we'll just run through it. We won't say a thing. There's no sound, so.
Yeah, you don't hear shit. You don't need to hear it, but you should certainly see it. Some idiots in cars while we wrap this up. Oh, no.
It's always a Mustang driver, isn't it?
Oh, go back, dude. Classic, can't control that car. Look at him swerve. Yeah, look. Oh, ew, overcorrected. Oh, serious overcorrect.
Boop.
See, all he had to do, yeah, it's right there, is just lean into that and he'd been fine.
Boop.
Nope. But he tries to like cut back and then it's
Boom. I love it. I want this on repeat. You know what this would be great for? Show like a video of Breaking Bad. We just watched this last night. The scene where Walter White like is doing those donuts in the parking lot. Now he does eventually crash it, but he's doing the donuts in the parking lot, or the stunt. I know it's a stunt driver, but they're perfect, dude. How Mustang drivers think they can drive versus how they actually drive, dude.
oh God, dude. Crashing his GT. Sad, bro. Sad.
Very sad.
Learn to drive your fucking sports car, okay? Learn to drive it.
Embodiment of Nissan drivers. I had a Nissan.
Okay, see if you feel embodied.
I bought a Nissan Maxima, and I felt fucking awesome with that car, dude. I would play Fergie's glamorous driving that car.
Oh no.
I did.
No, I'm looking at what's going to happen here. I'm looking at the conditioner. So this is like some roads that they've probably been cleared, but this is how it looks after roads have been cleared. There's like 2 paths of snow, and of course where tires rarely touch, there's maybe ice or an exposed part. But this guy's probably going to slide all around. That's I'm assuming he's going to fishtail out or something. Or he's going to slide. Let's see though.
MDX says Nissan automatic transmissions are garbage. They are. They're CVT transmit or yeah.
Yeah, CVT.
CVT transmissions. Such a mom car.
Nissans.
I wasn't
fast.
a mom then, so I don't.
I'll tell you what. Nissans are fucking fast though.
It was fucking fast.
Surprisingly, they're shit cars, but they're fast.
That sounds very GTA 5. What does? I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, he's backing. Oh, he's just gonna slide. Yep, I've done this before. Oh no, he shouldn't have done that. Oh no. What?
Why did that?
How did that happen? Oh man.
They slid into it too. It looks like. I'm gonna turn that. We don't need the volume. No one cares about that.
I've definitely seen this happen when people are turning.
Okay.
Yep, their brakes. They're actually trying to brake. That's actually a mistake.
Yep.
You don't brake when it's like that. Using your brake is going to enable you to skid. Unless you have like winter tires, you have chains on your tires. Yeah, a lot of people. That's like a common mistake people will make. You slam on your brakes. Like
this seems like an area where they probably don't get much snow or ice.
Almost certainly.
Yeah, like a southern state, you know.
Yeah, it's like if Georgia or some shit gets snow. Like no one knows how to drive in the snow, so they just crash.
Idiot casually walking on the interstate.
Well, why not? You know, as long as you're just gonna walk on the interstate, take a walk on the wild side.
Sorry, y'all. It's hard to.
What the fuck?
Oh shit! Fuck! Oh my god, that scared me so bad.
Oh
okay.
Shit, dude.
Okay. Well, number one.
At first, I'm like, "There's nothing to this." Then it's like the dude just steps the fuck out. Oh. What
okay,
the
but also.
fuck?
Can we talk about how the fact that this person is driving too fast in a construction lane?
I mean, I don't know what
or construction zone. Well, look, let's look and see if they sped this up. No, I don't think they've sped this up. They're going too fast. That's too fast.
I mean, still, you don't expect this. Hey, how you doing?
Did he get hit?
No, that dude's lucky to be alive though, because look what he does. Go back.
Yeah, it's a little bit back. Sorry about that. Oh,
he just misses him. He's just able to divert. Oh man. Oh, that dude came real close to dying. Real fucking close.
Walking around like he's in his living room.
Yeah, just like, oh, I know. He is fucking casual, dude. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna just cross the interstate. And it looks mountainous and shit, too. This guy's got balls of steel. He just does not give a fuck if he gets hit or not. Just like, nope, let me just keep on going. If I get fucking killed by a Mercedes, that's fine.
Seems like they're doing 40 to 45. Well, it's hard to tell. But yeah, I agree with that. But it really does look like he's going too fast for that lane. And I'll show you why. Because if you look here, if the lanes have the cones that close, I can almost guarantee you that they drop the speed down to 25. Look at how close those cones are to that.
Yeah, but
I don't think that they would, you know.
You also don't walk on the interstate though. Like this isn't a road you're supposed to cross.
He's clearly a worker, right? And I mean, he's a dumbass for sure. But I think this person was going too fast, is what I'm saying.
I don't know if he's a worker. He's not wearing a vest.
On the other side is construction work as well. Why else would he be walking?
Well, he's an idiot then, because I guarantee you the protocol there is you don't just that guy is a moron. I mean, like, look, maybe he was going too fast, but this guy is a fucking idiot to expect. I mean, you're probably right. He probably is a worker.
Where's his bright colored vest? He isn't wearing one.
Yeah, he's not wearing one, and he didn't really look like the best case scenario for this guy, honestly, is he just totally fucked up and he just didn't look for one.
Probably the foreman. It could be, but he should really know to wear a vest.
Yeah, he really shouldn't just walk in front of cars either. What a fucking moron. This dude is so lucky to be alive. It's just unreal.
Out speeds without lights in a school zone, proceeds to tell man standing on the sidewalk to get out of the road. What does that sound like to you, Scotty? Kind of sounds like a situation I had.
Yeah.
In Mandeville, Louisiana.
Yeah, but
with the
this.
St. Tammany Police Department.
Yeah, but see here, you know, this guy was smart. He recorded the cops fucking up.
Well, I had a recording, as you know, also. They didn't care. They told me I must have misunderstood him.
Right. That's how it usually works.
Okay.
You know the volume on?
Oh, sorry about that.
Let's see it. Uh-oh.
Vehicle 1039, JSO, 36 miles per hour and a 15 mile per hour.
Ooh.
In a school zone.
Oh, and now he's backing up. Oh, now he's trying to make a traffic stop because he got
How
caught.
you doing? 36 miles per hour and a 15 mile per hour zone. The line is right there at the school.
You got caught.
I don't want to.
You got caught.
I'm on the sidewalk, dude.
Yeah.
Busted, man.
You need to get off the road. What road? Officer, are you safe to drive? Like, if you had too much to drink, sir? Like, how much you had to drink tonight, officer? Get off the road. He's not on the road. He's on the sidewalk. Dude, I love people when they get fucking caught. They just can't admit it. They just have to do everything. But like,
exactly like what the cop did to me. I seriously want to invest in a body cam to record all my interactions. It's paranoid, but it comes in handy even once it's worth it. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is pretty much exactly what happened, except I almost got hit by a cop. You know, I don't know if I ever told it on stream before.
I don't know,
but you might have, but I was walking out of the dog park with my dog and 2 small children and go up to the crosswalk and it's dark and I look and there is a car coming, but it kind of looks like, I mean, there's a walk, like there's a pedestrian sign. So I'm about to go walk out and I tell my kids, I'm like, oh, the cop speeds through faster almost and almost hits us. And I pointed at his car and I said, this is exactly why you always wait and you don't cross even if you think it's safe because of people like him. This dude stops his car, gets out and says, "What's your problem?" I'm like, "What's my problem? You almost hit me at a crosswalk." It's not a crosswalk. Now, at this time I'm walking through the crosswalk going to my car and he starts screaming at me that I shouldn't have walked over there and he did everything right and do I have a problem, and starts walking to me and I'm like, whoa dude, you do not need to come near me at all. Like, I don't understand your problem. Like, you almost hit us in a crosswalk. You were supposed to stop for pedestrians. What is your deal? And he's like, with you pointing at the car, I thought you needed help. I'm like, you didn't think you needed help because you came out and said I didn't see you. That was his first thing that he said. He was like, I didn't see you.
This is the telltale sign of the guilty person.
That he instantly gets out and that's what he says. But then he's like, oh, well, I thought you needed help because you pointed, right?
Oh my God, dude. My favorite part about this whole thing was Taylor's like, I'm going to talk to internal affairs.
Yeah. So I called family members that are police officers. I'm like, look, what do I do? Because I'm in the car, right? And he drove off real slowly and he was, he had screamed at me. I can't remember everything that was said, but I just told you guys the gist of it. And I told one of my family members, I was like, I called him and I'm like, I'm in my car and this happened and I'm afraid, like, should I call somebody first? Cause like, I'm afraid that he's going to retaliate against me as I'm trying to leave. And they just stayed on the phone with me until I got home. And then the very next day I go to the police department and they tell me that I have to go to another police department. So I do. And I go there and they listen and they're like, okay, well, this person's going to call you. Like an internal affairs detective is going to call you. And so I get the call a couple days later. They hear my whole spiel, right? Everything that happened. And they seem to be on my side, right? So then they tell me that the captain of this guy's department is going to call me, and they're like, he said, "Oh, I've talked to him, and he said that he didn't like he knows because nobody could figure out who it was because I couldn't remember what the car's number was. I'm like, he wasn't even wearing a uniform, so I don't know, like I don't know what he was doing there, but he was very aggressive, like." I don't want to say I was afraid for my life or whatever, but he was very aggressive with me. And then the captain calls me a couple days after this. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
And because I had told this internal affairs guy, I'm like, this is a crosswalk, right? He almost hit me. First of all, it looked like he was going too fast. And isn't it like against the law, like to speed through these things? So anyway, going back to the captain calling me, he calls me and he basically victim blames me and says that it starts reading me the laws of St. Tammany Parish and saying that I put children and animals in danger.
Well, it's a deflection because then he's trying to what he's trying to allude to is if you take this matter further, then I might potentially investigate you for some criminal behavior, which is just a threat. He has really nothing to go by except this other cop's word, but because of like basically their blue code, where it's like I'm gonna back you up, which is what happened 100%. Like this cop's like, oh really? Here's the other guy's story, and it's just like the way he treated the story, because I listened to what the guy said to her. It was just basically like, you're full of shit. He didn't do any of that. And if he did, you just really misunderstood. He was trying to help you.
That's what he said. He was like, he wasn't trying. He was working, or he was at his kid's base, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter why the fuck he was there. But he was like, oh, he really thought he was helping you. Like, I 100% know that he knew because he heard what I said. That's what it was, is I pointed at his car. And he already, because he almost hit me and he knows it, that's why he was able to look back. Why else? And this is what I told the captain. I'm like, how else did he notice? Oh, this is what it was, Scotty. He told me that he did not see me. And that's why he sped through the crosswalk.
And then
right?
they told you the law.
But remember, so he stopped his car because he said that he saw me pointing, and that's why he stopped his car.
Bullshit.
Right? So that's what I told the captain. I said, so let me ask you this. If he didn't see me, how did he see me pointing my hand or pointing at his car? And he's like, well, that's a good point, but he's a good.
yeah, exactly.
So he didn't see me, but he saw me. He didn't see me, but he saw me. And so
well, no, what he
almost
told
hit
you
me.
was that for it to be an actual crosswalk, basically there has to be signage and a stop sign.
But there was signage and stop sign at the crosswalk that was not 15 feet from it. That's the point.
Yeah.
There's two crosswalks, one going from a track
and
one from a dog park. They're right next to each other.
The only way you would have got this cop is if you had got someone had filmed it and you just got him dead to rights. Beyond that,
he was filmed because there was a skate park right next to it that filmed the interaction. They didn't care.
Well, no, they didn't. But they didn't film the interaction. He just told her they saw the car.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. It didn't have. The camera doesn't have a microphone.
If you had the actual full interaction and you posted it online, then he would have suffered a bunch of repercussions. But the thing is because he was off duty and there's no recording of what he did.
Well, just so you'll know, St. Tammany is known for being corrupt. Is known for endangering the lives of citizens. It's known.
Oh yeah,
the whole thing.
The former one of the former sheriffs of the parish was actually found to be a pedophile and convicted in federal court of being such.
Yep. And
good old boy corruption down in Louisiana, boy.
So anyway,
yeah,
that's I'm just saying
wonderful
it's the exact same thing.
Great place. I think that takes us back. Yep, back to the start.
Okay.
Long ass show.
It was.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please like the video, share, subscribe, all that bullshit. You guys know the drill.
And thank you guys for joining us for so long. That was a lot of fun.
I'm hopefully doing another stream tomorrow night with TJ for patrons. Guys, I don't know. TJ said he was feeling under the weather, so
yeah, it's supposed to be gonna be a super show, dude.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Abandoned Hope, Fighting Boys.
Yeah, a lot of we got a lot of shit planned, so hopefully that goes off without a hitch. But if not, we'll let you guys know. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Peace.